flash, bang, and I get bitch slapped by the hand of God, and just instantly 200 people killed. I knew right away. I was like, I just got blown up.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you. It was a blast.
Is luck contagious?
Australia.
They don't like gays, man.
I'm not gay.
As a kangaroo rips your arm off.
Yeah, I swear I don't like.
There we go.
Say hi to Eli. He's racially ambiguous, and Brandon, his hair is fucking fabulous. And Donut, a dark joke disposition. And there's a fat electrician. Welcome to Unsubscribe.
Happy Veterans Day. I know we missed it because the scheduling, but we just wanted to say Happy Veterans Day to each and every one of you. Truly appreciate all of you that made that sacrifice. Thank you. Eli, why are you talking? Easy. Because we're trying to raise money to donate it all at the end of the month. Get a TBI Friday shirt, or the sun will come out tomorrow. Unfortunately. DrinkEchelon.com. This also goes towards that goal. Any extra items over on the unsubscribe page at bunker.com will be going towards these amazing veteran nonprofits. And you're entered to win what? A golden ticket to see one of the last 2 shows. Travel and hotels covered by us. Some sweet Turtle Beach headgear. Some cash prizes. Also, we have 2 really cool things by the time you see this message. The Unsub side zips. These guys, oh yeah, they're at the store now. A portion does go towards the nonprofits. Also sneak this in, Show on the Road. It's her YouTube channel she just started. Go check it out. Total from when we started doing this in 2018, we get to say we've donated over $1 million. We always will give back as a thank you for making any of this possible. I am blown away by what we've done already, and I can't wait to see that final number at the end of the month. Thank you. Enjoy this amazing episode. I love this one so much. Cheers, y'all.
How much you have to donate to get the pass?
Right here.
I should have known better.
Son
Let me hide this
of a
one.
bitch. Shit. No, you can drink that one because it's way better tasting. You can just have both on the table. Look like an alcoholic. On the count of 3, everyone. One.
Let me lift it up a little bit. Hold on.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
I got you. I got you.
I got one on.
What's his problem?
Dude, sorry. I need the center of attention on me.
3, 2, 1.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Unsubscribe podcast. I am joined today by Eli Doubletap, Tyler Vargas-Andrews, Brandon Herrera, myself, Donut Operator. Thank you so much for being here. My God, that's weird doing that not in front of 2,000 people.
It's kind of nice.
I know it's quiet in here. It's nice and calm.
This would be way more embarrassing if there was 2,000 seats and there's just show instead of watching. We're like, well, we retire next week.
Why did you need this menu?
Do you guys get nervous when you go on stage?
Oh, yeah, dude. That's what the alcohol's for.
Yeah.
I don't really get the nerves too much anymore.
No?
Yeah, it's...
You're just a professional politician now?
Oh,
I'm going to like this one.
that hurts.
Tyler's
Sorry.
Just twist it a little bit deeper in the ribs. No, it's the like the first show, like we got a little bit of like the adrenaline and stuff, but I think now we're just comfortable with what we're doing.
Yeah, I'm getting way more comfortable.
That's
than
awesome.
I used to be.
I take a nap before every show.
How long?
Like 20 minutes, 30 minutes.
Eli can straight up nap anywhere.
It's that old man
Jealous.
energy.
I'd say that old man in that military just sitting again.
What's up, buddy? Hey, welcome. We were excited. This is part of the Veteran Month, so this entire November, it's like, hey, let's do these episodes with some veterans other than Brandon.
Oh, fuck.
And always we're doing something with giving back to the community. So like, hey, this entire month will be like all these shirts. Oh, yeah. I said the word.
Community.
Damn it.
You're like, what the fuck?
This is a race to the bottom.
You're like, I'm so confused right now.
Community became such a buzzword on the podcast that we made it a drinking game.
Very well. You just said it again. You just said it again. So.
Shit.
There we go. But we'll be doing shirts like this. I love this one.
That is
TBI Fridays.
And then the other ones, but all 100% of the profits for the shirts go. We just donate it.
That's awesome, man.
4 or 5 nonprofits, which now we have a good few. We're excited with the ones we're working with this.
Yeah, a couple new ones too.
Yeah. It's something to help you.
Yeah, help a lot of people.
Yeah.
Who are you working with right now?
We have Independence Fund, Boot Campaign, And now with
Gary Sinise Foundation. That's awesome.
Which we're stoked for.
Yeah, no, that's incredible. Gary Sinise Foundation, I mean, we spoke about it briefly at lunch, but Gary himself is one of the most incredible Americans I've ever met personally, and he's been there for me every step of the way in my family. But yeah, I mean, they just do an incredible amount for the country as a whole. So it's pretty awesome.
A lot of people
Good for
might
you
know
guys.
him for something else, so right?
Yeah, yeah.
Do you make him say that?
Lieutenant Dan, I brought you some ice cream.
In their headquarters in Franklin, they've actually got like the bench from Forrest Gump with
No
the
shit.
box of chocolates on it. Yeah, the whole backdrop and everything.
That's cool.
So you can take a photo there if you go visit. But
So you actually told me something earlier that I didn't know, because I had always heard the story with
Yeah.
Gary Sinise that what got him involved in working with veteran nonprofits and like really
Yeah.
like getting him passionate about it was playing the role of Lieutenant Dan.
yeah, so that I mean, I would say that's what skyrocketed everything for him. But his history with working for veterans and the American community as a whole, I mean, it started when he was 17 or 18 years old on Broadway, and
Just crazy.
Vietnam vets were coming back from overseas, physically and mentally wounded, and he
zero
was
support.
just zero support, and he was hearing their stories, sharing their stories, working with them, on stage and theater and whatnot, and just became an advocate from a very, very young age. But it's just multiplied. I mean, a millionfold. I don't even know, but he's an awesome individual. Personally, I've had, quite a number of conversations just with him one-on-one, and he has been nothing but genuine. It's awesome.
As you were saying, he's like, it's a good dude and truly cares because he texts you every couple of months. It's like
Yeah.
one of those things that it's a veteran thing, I thought, where it's like, I got to do my homie checkups. Just like, hey,
Yeah.
how you doing? What are you doing? How's your mental health?
Yeah, he remembers more things about my life going on than I do. I'm like, damn, yeah, oh, you're right. I did have that going on. But he'd be like, how's your little brother doing? How's your little sister doing? How's your mom? And yeah, he's been awesome. He was there for my mom when I was in the ICU at Walter Reed, and I woke up and inpatient one day, and she was like, hey, Gary Sinise wants to give you a phone call and FaceTime you when you're when you're ready. And I was like, who is that? And she was like, Gary Sinise. And I was like, Mom, I don't know. I don't know what you're saying right now. And she was like, Lieutenant Dan. And then I was like, oh, no fucking way. I was like, are you serious? I was like, absolutely. I was on the phone with him like an hour later, and he was just like, hey man, I'm here for you as a friend and your family. Anything you need, let me know. So it's been that way ever since. But
It's nice to know like those are the types like Keanu Reeves and stuff like
Yeah.
that. It's like, okay, they are actually that nice in
it's
person.
pretty unbelievable. I mean, you got to have a ton of mental capacity to meet that. I mean, you guys know too, but meeting that many people and just having to be the most real, authentic version of yourself all the time.
Fakeness will come through if you try to do that
Yeah.
the entire time. It's gonna peek its head and then go down in a fireball. Now
My favorite thing to hear real quick is just like when people meet us or like people like that, they're just like, oh yeah, you're exactly the same in person. It's like, no, it's not because like, it's not morally. That's not the reason. We're just too lazy to have a personality, like a fake personality. Having one's hard enough.
Work.
It's a blast. Yay. Which again, shout out to everyone that's making the live shows. They are, as you see on social, they are a f***ing blast. A lot of work, but it is a really good time. And you guys are showing up and making it fucking so much fun just with the crowd interaction and yelling. Oh.
Sometimes too much yelling. But
Yeah.
Do you guys San Antonio? What the fuck? You yell too much. Not during like jokes.
yeah, the hecklers.
Just all the time.
But even the Reddit, and I appreciate the Reddit because you guys check each other too. You're like, hey, don't do that, which is awesome to hear. It's like,
Yeah.
hey guys, I understand. Now I can tell a lot of us are autistic and don't know how to do interaction.
Social cues.
Yeah, social cues.
I mean, because it's like, yeah, we understand like you're having a good time, but like when you're shouting over the jokes, the guy next to you's not having a
He's
good
missing
time.
out. Yeah.
Here, Cody. What'd you do yesterday?
What, after I got back?
Yeah.
Decompressed. Yeah, there we go. Hey, but anyway, yeah, then I was... Yeah,
Man, I've never seen the fucking mic box go red before.
It says exceeded.
It's kind of warning.
Rest in peace, headphones users.
But yeah, it's still super appreciate all you coming out. Now, Mr. Tyler, you are military, former military. What year did you join?
I enlisted in 2017.
Give the lowdown.
All right.
We'll learn together.
I'm a Marine Corps veteran. Enlisted in 2017 out of Northern California. Grew up in Northern California, and I was stationed at Camp Pendleton, California. I don't think there's probably a better place to be stationed as a Marine, a better, worse place. You have access to everything, and a lot of fun, great time.
When you say everything.
Everything. Yeah, pretty much everything. I think, man, probably 2019, into 2020, we had like 10 dudes all at once get busted in a cocaine and steroid ring.
No.
Yeah, unfortunately. Some dude got beat up, and they moved.
Unfortunately, they got busted.
Yeah. They moved all the grunts to where all the pogues live, and as you can expect, it was like 100 infantry Marines, 200 infantry Marines versus everyone else who wasn't, and a lot of things happened there. But I enlisted in 2017. I went to boot camp MCRD San Diego, and then I was in 0311. I knew that I didn't grow up seeing the, dress blues Marine fighting the lava monster and the dragon, but I saw like the recon Marines coming out of the water, and, I had no idea that recon Marines and SF and MARSOC were all different things. I was just like, I want to be special operations, or I want to be special forces. And then my recruiter's like, you're a fucking idiot. And I ended up scoring like a 90 or 91 on my ASVAB, and he was like, you're not going to be a grunt. And I was like, that's the only thing I want to do. Yeah. And so went that route. I went to School of Infantry West at Camp Pendleton as well once I got out, and that was in early 2018. And then went to 2nd Battalion 1st Marines. 2nd Battalion 1st Marines, I was a boot, very junior Marine. That's, the derogatory phrase, but the proper phrase is, being a boot. And I got NJP'd pretty early on.
What'd you do?
Non-judicial punishment. So
what'd you do?
DUI.
What was that? No, not DUI.
Jesus.
You know what's crazy?
That's always everyone's first Article 15.
No. It was really dumb.
He just comes out swinging like, oh yeah, I got this. Oh, did you beat your wife?
Yeah.
It's like, fuck, dude.
It was manslaughter.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That poor family of 5.
We were out in the Gaslamp district in San Diego, definitely not underage drinking, and I allowed one of my friends to alter my ID, so I was born in '98. We made it look like a 3, I think is what it was, and I never used it. Like all the bars down in San Diego, all the clubs, like they know fucking that's Marine, Central. So like they let you in as long as you're not being a jackass. And so I never used it to like buy alcohol underage, never even used it to get in the club underage. We were always able to get in. But right when I got to the fleet, so I got out of infantry school, like boot camp infantry school, got to the fleet. We were there like 2.5 months before our unit got back from their last deployment. And so it was just a lot of like, hard training and whatnot, waiting for the unit to get back. And then they get back, and you're fresh Marines to the fleet, and everyone fucking hates you. Yeah, everyone fucking hates you already. Just it's tradition. It's what it's supposed to be.
Especially if they're just getting back from there. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, and so they came back from their war torn country of Japan on their UDP.
God. Cheers. Yeah. It's like, bro, you just watch an anime for 8 hours a day. Shut up.
But yeah, they pulled us all in. We're doing the whole like running around, being a young junior Marine, learning things, getting things thrown at you physically and hypothetically, I guess. But they pulled all of us in one day, and 2 of my buddies, there was probably about 10 to 12 of us that had had their IDs altered, and 2 of my buddies at the time, fucking dumbasses, went to pass an ID, and they're like, their chips and their cards, like to put them in the little CAC reader, stopped working, and so they needed to get new IDs. We're doing like the annual training and whatnot, And the pass and ID place on base confiscated their IDs, and they're like, yeah, you guys fucking altered your IDs. And they had drawn in Sharpie on the back of their IDs to thinking that was going to cover their asses and make it look like they hadn't fucked with their IDs. So they got them confiscated, called the battalion, pulled all the junior
military
Marines
IDs they fucked with?
Yeah.
And then they went to...
Yeah, they drew in Sharpie on them. Yeah,
Oh, man,
and so
that is
that's
Marines.
federal property.
yeah, and so they pulled us in and confiscated all of our IDs. And one of our staff sergeants at the time was like looking out for us. He pulled out like 2 more IDs out of the stack, and he was handing them back out. And our gunny at the time was like, "Let me see those IDs, Staff Sergeant." And he was like, "I already checked them, gunny." And he was like, "I want to check them." And he was like, "I already checked them, gunny." And he was like, "Give me the IDs." And he took the IDs from him and pulled out like 8 more, handed out all these IDs. And there's like, 10 of us standing there. He's like, "All right, if you didn't get your ID back, see us in the company office." And so we all go to the company office, and everyone immediately just like, we're fucked. This is the end of the world. Worst thing ever. Like this, how did this happen? And, everyone but me accepted the NJP, like on the spot. They signed the paperwork. They got the 2 weeks of restriction, slap on the wrist, and like, nothing really happened. Like some promotion restriction. My mom was a family law attorney my whole life, growing up, and she was always like, if you ever get in any trouble legally, like civilian or military, request a lawyer. Like no matter what it is, request a lawyer. So I'm like, I want to speak to a lawyer, and they're like, you what? You want to speak to a lawyer? And I was like, yeah, I want to speak to a lawyer. And so I had to wait like 3 days and to get an appointment on main side. And so I spend the next 3 days fucking cleaning the CP, getting screamed at by every single person in the battalion. And they finally get over to the lawyer, and he was like, brand new, fresh Lieutenant Jag. And he was like, hey, well, your NJP paperwork says that you altered your ID, so you didn't. Your friend did, according to your story. So, go in, deny NJP, and like it's gonna get fucking sent away. So I followed his advice to go in there and deny NJP. Battalion Sergeant Major calls me up to his office, super thick, Mexican accent. And he's like, "You think NCIS isn't gonna figure this shit out if I can, and I'm a stupid Sergeant Major?" And I'm like standing there, parade rest, like, holy fuck, like my life's over. I've been in the Marine Corps for 8 months, like I'm getting kicked out, what the fuck's going on? And he slams my ID down on the table, opens his drawer, and he pulls out a razor blade and he throws it on the desk, and he was like, have some fucking integrity. And he sits there and he takes the razor blade and he's like scratching it back and forth across the spot that was altered, and it's like getting stuck in that one spot. The ID didn't look bad, but I was born in 98, like saying 93, it was, messed with. And so he's like, it's like getting stuck. And he was like, if I can figure this shit out, you think NCIS isn't gonna be able to figure this out? I'm like, fuck. And he's like, have some fucking integrity, like tell me the truth. I'm like, Sergeant Major, like this is what happened, this is what the JAG told me to do, I made a mistake. And he was like, all right. He's like, thank you. He's like, I'm gonna push for a 6105 or page 11, whatever it is. And I go back down. It's not up to him though, it's up to the company level. So I go back down there, they pull my NJP paperwork, tear it up in front of me, type up new fucking NJP paperwork saying that your friend fucking altered it and NJP'd me, and it was like company level. At the time I was like, oh, this is it, the end of the world. I'm like fucking tears in my eyes, like, oh my gosh, like talking to my squad leader, my platoon sergeant, and they're like, you're a piece of shit, like fuck you, but do better. And so it was honestly the best thing that could have happened. From then on out, I was like, I have to, I can't fuck up, or I can like got to learn to not get caught. And so from there on out, I was like, I need to be the best that I can fucking be. And I was on my P's and Q's, and it was honestly the best thing that could have happened. I mean, from there on out.
How terrifying, dude. For anyone that doesn't know, that would be fearful, especially your Sergeant Major.
Yeah,
the second
it was bad.
You're like doing that door knock. Yeah. Fuck, dude. And you have to go in.
He did one of those, like, it wasn't even like yelling. It was just like low, like, hey, you're a fucking idiot. Like, tell me the truth. And I was like, oh, fuck.
Mexican Sergeant Major.
Yeah. It was good though, man. I from there on out, like I legitimately I was like, I got to be as physically fit as I can be and learn as much as I can. And, I saw a lot of bad leadership in the Marine Corps, but I'm very grateful. Like my direct leadership, my squad leader, my team leaders, like they poured into me a lot. And, anything that I could handle, they gave to me, and I was the first person to get meritoriously promoted to E4, above all my peers and most of my seniors. Yeah, after that, my promotion restriction perfectly lined up with the same month that I was picking up E3. So after that, I got meritorious E4 and I got meritorious E5 above all my peers, and so it was
scared straight.
Yeah, quite literally. And
the second, dude, I can't even imagine them
bad.
tearing it. Like everyone signs it, and you're like, "Oh, I'm a lawyer."
Yeah,
that would have been. You're thinking in your head, it's like, "Oh yeah, Mom said this is a good idea," and then you see all the ice go like.
Dude,
did you ever talk to your mom about it after?
Yeah, well, that phone call, like, after I was like waiting to go to legal, and I'm in the car, and I'm like, I gotta fucking tell my mom, and I was like, hey, I'm in a little bit of trouble right now. I got to go speak to a lawyer on Monday. It's Friday, and she's like, what the fuck did you do? And I was like, I can't tell you right now, but it's not that. Or I was like, it's not that bad, and it really wasn't that bad in the long run. But I thought it was the end of the world. So she was like, you're a fucking idiot, But I can't believe this, but yeah, like she was like, it's a good thing you're requesting a lawyer. And I'm like, it doesn't seem like it's a good thing. Everyone's like treating me like shit, I'm like,
you were.
fuck. Yeah, I was terrified, honestly. I was like, oh, fuck.
Do you ever struggle with tiny toiletry bottles?
No.
Well, with Mando, struggle no more. I would not want to spread whole body deodorant on you, Nick.
It's going to get all clumpy in my chest hair. But look like I've been rolling around in mashed potatoes.
How well does it lubricate?
It's developed by a doctor and it works for 72 hours. Show some respect.
I'm going to tell that to everyone at the Magic the Gathering tournament.
I wish I was there when they figured out that it wasn't good for 73 hours. I like to imagine just a fat guy on a treadmill for 72 hours straight. He's up, he's turned. Time to shower finally.
Fatty curdled.
Thanks to Mando.
It's also named after Mount Fuji.
Really? Mine's bourbon and leather. Because I'm a Mando.
Jesus Christ.
Couldn't even get through an ad without a pun.
What? Do you want to sell the deodorant or not, Brandon?
I'm just waiting for the sweet release of death.
Not going to come for at least 72 hours.
Listen, we did a lot of meet and greets during the live tour. Y'all motherfuckers could use some Mando.
For a strong, independent woman, you can do everything a man can do. You can still use some Mando.
Arquette to Nick dead.
The cops are coming.
We've got 72 hours to hide the body before it starts to smell.
Actually does smell pretty damn good.
This one smells like the body wash smells actually really good.
I have bourbon leather.
Did anybody find the body? No, but that ditch over there smells delicious. There's no way there's a body over there.
You said we can ad-lib. Joke's on you. We're into that.
This isn't your average deodorant or antiperspirant.
You can try Mando's starter pack. It's perfect. It comes with absolutely everything. Stick deodorant, cream deodorant, 2 free products of your choice, like a mini body wash or deodorant wipes, and free shipping. As a special offer, you'll get 20% off site-wide with our exclusive code UNSUB.
That's code UNSUB over at shopmando.com.
You're gonna have. I can't stress enough. Imagine where your company and your battalion, because it was everyone in the company or battalion that was like.
Yeah, no, it was everyone. It was everyone in the battalion. Like it was every. Like I'm walking
400 to
past
600
every,
people.
Yeah, I'm walking past every company office.
Oh, boy.
And it's 2 stories, and it's just like, come here. Yeah, I was like, come here.
Oh, were
Close
they
the door.
smoking you too?
They weren't really smoking me. They were just screaming. Like, and I mean, like I would have rather just taken fucking push-ups, like hold a plank or squat, whatever. But they were just fucking screaming, like you're the worst. You're the worse. Like, and I'm just like, yeah, I think I am. It's like,
Oh, it's hive mind.
Yeah,
There's no.
it was bad, but it worked. It really did work. And honestly, I don't know. I can't say that my trajectory in the Marine Corps would have necessarily been different, but I was definitely like, okay, like I got to make a name for myself, and I'm grateful that I had the leadership that I did, and yeah, it worked out. I would say, or maybe it didn't. I don't know, but.
Free parking.
Yeah.
God.
Always the light at the end of the tunnel. Like, well, no property tax. That's pretty fucking dope. You're like, So during that time, what was like one of the dumbest soldiers you had met? Because you had to have some dumb fucks in that time frame.
Oh man. I'm trying to think of like a really. All right, I'll share one like one personal guy that was in my squad. He was in one of my teams when I was a boot. We're in 29 Palms, and we're desert training. I won't share his name, but we're in desert training, and the Marine Corps had fielded the like the M27 DM variants. So like they were at that time, 2018, they were the only ones that had IARs, the HK M27s that had a suppressor, and they had like maybe a 2 to 12 times scope on it, or a 4 to 12 or something. But
Marines got this?
yeah. I mean, it was kind of like a, it shoots 5.56, but it was like hey, here, every squad gets one of these, or 3 to every squad, or whatever it was.
They knew they needed to overbuild them for the Marines.
Yeah,
essentially.
Yeah, no, exactly. And because the rest of us, like at that time when I got in, team leaders and squad leaders had M4s and 203s, and then everyone else was getting fielded M27. So we all had IARs, and we go to 29 Palms, and it's like a battalion level exercise or company level exercise, and one of these dudes in my team, we're doing like EDL, like doing counts. Everyone, they're counting for all this gear and stuff, and they're like, all right, DMs, like all the DMs come here. You guys are gonna go do this range or whatever it was, and they're like, Marine, where the is your suppressor? And they're like, we're like, what's going on over there? And they're like, Marine, where the fuck is your suppressor? And he was like, it's back at the Hooch, Staff Sergeant. And, we're, 20 miles outside of like where we were like staying for training. And we're in the field. And he was like, oh, well, I was told to take it off. Like if we're not running, if we're not like using it, if we're not shooting, if we're in garrison, I was told I could take it off. Like, yeah, but retain it. You know what I mean? Like take it off and retain it so it's not smacking on shit or whatever. He's like, so I left it behind. And, and then they're like, hey, word got around that he was in my team or in my squad or whatever it was, and they started saying like, Lance Corporal or PFC fucking Vargas is missing his suppressor, like, you stupid bitch, like talking about me. And I'm like, this is not me, like I didn't lose my suppressor. And everyone's like, hey, like, and then I got flashbacks, I'm getting screamed at, like dude, like hey, this is not me, like he's in my squad, he's not in my team or whatever it is. And then like they're trying to mitigate the problem, like guys in my squad, my platoon are trying to mitigate the problem, like it wasn't Vargas, like it was so and so,
but you're getting bullied on his behalf.
Yeah, everyone's like, hey, this first sergeant, this gunny, this staff sergeant, like, hey, you stupid bitch, like you're a piece of shit. I'm like, dude, oh, not again. And I
didn't even do it this time.
No, exactly. And so I go back. I volunteered to go back with him. I was like, at least I can do is fucking like help this dude. And so we go back. The hooches are locked. So we drive like an hour back to wherever. The hooches are locked. It's just those, you cut this can in half, and it lays sideways on the ground, and that's like what we're staying in. And the hooch is locked, and I'm like, how the fuck are we gonna get this dude's suppressor? And there's like a window like this big, like that fucking big up top. And so I like boosted his ass up. He goes in there, climbs through the window, and gets his suppressor. And we come back and missed all that entire day of training. And like we're sitting there with Motor T, and like same thing, like every staff NCO is just coming down the line, like, you're a piece of shit, like you dude, like how did you lose your suppressor? I'm like, dude, this was not me. But that was a
boy next to you, just like,
yeah, quite literally, he's just like, I'm not gonna throw him under the bus, but I'm like, hey, like it wasn't me. And
you can say his name right now if you want.
No,
get him back after all this time.
No, it's all right. That same, so to kind of allude to that, a lot of they call your junior Marines, your peers, they call them your sisters, right? So like my sisters, my other buddies, I had become like the first boot team leader, or the second boot team leader in our platoon, and we're all getting trained hard and well, right? And so you go and like someone fucks up in the fire team or in the squad or whatever, kind of mass punishment pretty often. And so you're going and doing your thing in the barracks room or wherever it may be. And we come back from cold weather mountain warfare training in Bridgeport, and our company commander's like, Northern California. Okay. So it's like near Mammoth, Northern California, Sierra Nevadas. But we did our mountain warfare training centers there for the Marine Corps. They do like summertime, like the horseback riding, or like wintertime, do winter mountain leader and like teach you to ski and shoot off skis and do stuff like that.
Still do horse riding?
Yeah. Yeah, special operations will go up there, do training and like fight off a horseback and stuff.
Okay, that makes way more sense.
Yeah, and
fight off horseback. Well, okay, maybe that doesn't make sense. Horses that scare the shit out of them with the guns.
You'd be surprised. The relevance of horse warfare goes way later than you think.
Yeah,
like there were a million used in World War II.
I mean, they were, I mean,
even in Afghanistan.
Yep. Literally in Afghanistan, they were still using it. It's just
ODA 595. Yeah, they still teach it there, and we come back, so they're lining us out. You know, we've got all our extra cold weather gear. Company commander is checking out everyone, you know, making sure everyone's got their shit so they can turn it back in. And that same dude is like, hey, so-and-so was like hazing me, like right in front of the company commander. Like, and you know, he was a little bit of a softy. And,
yes, I would say so.
Yeah,
if you go,
and he's like,
hazing me.
Yeah, he's like, so-and-so is like hazing me. But he wasn't saying it to the company commander. He was saying it to someone else. But like, he was like, when so-and-so was hazing me at this time, and the company commander's like right fucking here or whatever, right behind him. And the company commander, our company commander, he like kind of looks back and he just doesn't even say anything. He just like keeps going down the line. And then our fucking direct leadership's like, you guys are all getting fucked up. Like for him saying that, like you guys are getting fucked up. And I'm like, I'm sick of getting fucked up for this dude. I was like, straight up, I was like, hey, I'm not fucking paying for his mistakes anymore. I was like, if you guys want to watch me beat his ass, like I'll fucking box him. Like I'll do whatever. Like I'll beat his ass in front of all of you. Like I'm not doing this shit anymore. Like he fucks up too much, you know? Yeah. So he fucks up too much, and they're like, all right, well, he has to be okay with it. And I was like, he's going to be okay with it. Like, we'll make this happen after work. And so I'm like, hey, you and I, like, I've got boxing gloves. You and I are going to box in front of so-and-so, you know, at the end of the day, because I'm not getting fucked up for your bullshit anymore. And he was just like, okay. And so, you know, sure we go. And it, like, body shots turn into face shots. And, yeah, it went as expected. You know, it was good, but that was kind of the end of that as a young junior Marine. But
dude, you like
it was funny.
It's weird because that's the one way they learn. It's unfortunate, but they will continue to fuck up. But when you do like that push of punishment, where I've watched dudes have to low crawl a mile, and like rock. They're like, nope, fucking low crawl. Like keep low crawl, like. Just keep it going. And it is rock. They're getting cut up and they're just like, you can't pick your face up off the ground. You're just sliding. And it is around a track and around a track. It was like, oh, they really fucked up. But again, different military at the time because it was like mass punishment was quite all right.
I mean, like, as we are all very well aware, it's unfortunately changing now, but it's, at the end of the day, it's they're war fighting organizations. That's it, period. Nothing else. It's a war fighting organization. If you can't handle getting screamed at or getting fucking punched in the face, you probably shouldn't be there. You know,
you're not going to like getting shot at. I promise.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
If you're worried about a name being called, battlefield not the place for you.
Yeah. What is it that you think we do here?
Yeah, exactly.
That's why I never understood, especially like infantry level. It's like, yo, homies, this is.
Why do you have a problem with this?
You're going to get fucked up if you learn or die.
Yeah.
Literally learn, be the best you can, or die and kill people along the way because you're stupid or weak.
Don't get me wrong. Like there are times it's crossed the line, but I mean, everything that I've seen in the Marine Corps infantry for the most part firsthand is like, hey, if you feel like you're not being treated like a man, you know, you fucking speak up and you say something. And speaking up's either verbally saying something or, you know, blows are being thrown and that's that. But there's only like a couple instances in and around the regiment where like dudes were legitimately getting hazed. Like someone's name was like Swim, like legitimately their last name was Swim, and like they were being made to swim like in the bathtub and like some absurd shit and like a gas mask and stuff, like ridiculous, you know, pretty ridiculous stuff.
Did he fuck up a lot?
I can't confirm or deny. I don't know, but
That's always the one thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, what'd they
Yeah.
do though?
yeah.
He's squirters or he's soldiers?
Eli just hit him with the what was he wearing?
Yeah. What was he wearing? He deserved it.
Dear Lord.
So fuck, man. And then was it your first deployment when everything happened, or
So that was my second, the first deployment. I mean, you know, they call it the Booze Cruise, the 31st Marine Expeditionary Unit. So we were on and off ship for months at a time in between Indo-PACOM. So it was Indo-Pacific Command. That was South Korea, Japan, Australia, and
Thank you for your service.
thank you. It was a blast. Yeah.
Dude, I bet.
So tough.
That sounds rad.
So was
man.
the second.
It was so cool. Yeah, it was a second. Yeah.
What ship were you guys on?
Sorry.
That was good.
It
I
was
missed
right
that.
there.
Sorry, dude. That went right over my head. Yeah, that was good. It was a blast, though. Yeah, both of them. Australia was.
I got so
fucking
nervous when you didn't laugh.
awesome. No, I honestly missed. I was still processing what he said. I can't honestly really hear out of my right ear, so if like I miss anything, he's got the better ear. But yeah, no, that's funny. Oh my gosh. Yeah, cancel this guy.
Yeah. Fuck.
Yeah.
How long were you there?
Second blast or first blast?
First blast.
That was like 6 or 7 months. That was in 2019. So I think we left in like April of 2019. But yeah, we flew, you know, flew from the U.S. to Germany to Japan to Okinawa, and then we were in Okinawa for weeks to a month or so, and then we went on ship for a month or so, traveling
Meet you all,
around.
bitches.
Yeah, it was a blast, man. We got to free dive off the coast of Japan, spearfish. I mean,
That's fucking cool.
was-
Had you ever been outside of the country before?
one time in 2017, my mom took myself and my siblings to the Bahamas for like a week, and that was like the only big family vacation we'd ever gone on. But no, that was like my first time being like immersed into a culture, and
Their
you know,
eyes are so slanted.
it was cool. Yeah, Japan was awesome. People were great. We caused a lot of problems. You definitely understand. I mean, why prices are jacked up around military bases and people don't want to interact with you sometimes. So we would go, me and my friends, like the smart Marines would go far away from base, you know, and then Japan, South Korea.
Blend right in.
Yeah. South. Yeah, exactly.
I
Get
think,
the tape out.
Yeah.
I think they're buying it.
We're like, you know, we're like grunting and pointing to order stuff on the menu, you know, but,
on the Gossamer.
South Korea was awesome. I mean, that was all just like live fire training, and we were just a little south of DMZ, Camp Rodriguez, and a few other places in South Korea. But that was a fun time. We were supposed to go to Seoul and ended up halfway there, drunk off a train, and had like actual Korean barbecue. But we spent a lot of time like training and also like playing fucking soccer with the Rock Marines and Republic of Korea. Australia, probably by far my favorite. I mean, they love Americans, man. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever been to Australia or not, but
I've always heard that from other sailors,
Yeah.
especially
Yeah.
the women. They just fucking love.
Yeah, it's the truth.
Like American dudes.
yeah. And I mean, unfortunately, domestic violence is like a significant part of their culture for men against women. Yeah, that's what they told us in our cultural briefs. And they're like, hey, if you see like
I didn't know.
women getting hit or yelled at, like, don't do anything. And you know, there were Marines that definitely
What
tried
the
to stop
Australia?
that. Yeah,
They're
yeah.
the same brief for
That's-
Iraq.
Yeah, I didn't see any of it, but we had a great time, like with the men and the women. Take that however you want, but it was fun, man. I mean, it was really cool to see another country like that. I mean, the reason why they love us so much is because of our rich roots back to World War II and World War I. But you know, they're just as patriotic as we are. Honestly, I like true patriotic Americans. It was the same over there. I mean, they had in Sydney, I remember they had like massive like war memorials, and a lot of it was like filled with American history and like Americans in World War II and like what we did to help them.
That
was
were like
really cool.
colony siblings.
Yeah,
So
yeah, exactly. It was awesome. I mean, it was just I was at that point where I became a boot team leader and I was an E4. So like, they're like, hey, you guys are ported in Sydney and Brisbane for like 4 or 5 days. Any E4s or team leaders can, get a Liberty Pass to get a hotel in both of these cities for the weekend. And so we just got to go party for 4 days, 5 days at a time, and then we were doing mock helo raids into the outback and watching dingoes drag kangaroos around and shit, and getting attacked by literally everything. I mean, everyone hears like how lethal Australia is, and I mean, we're getting eaten alive by the ants and the spiders. It's
That's
very,
when this
very
happened,
real.
right?
Yeah. No, they found out
Australia.
They found
Big
out
fucking spider, dude.
That's honestly a horrifying thought, but
they don't like gays, man. They just,
I'm not gay.
please help.
As a kangaroo rips your arm off. That's where I don't like dick.
It was actually
Kangaroos hopping around with like anti-rainbow flags. Like, what the Australia?
I didn't know my uncle was a kangaroo.
Yeah. Oh fuck.
God, did you know it's smooth sack summer?
Damn right it is.
I need to quit.
Feel how soft they are.
Was this a scratch and sniff?
Wow, those are soft.
Don't act like you've never done a sack check with the boys.
Join the over 12 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped.
The Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra features a constant RPM motor. And with a 60-minute runtime on a single charge, this little bad boy can tackle the most ambitious grooming section.
The most wicked thicket.
The gnarliest of hedges.
This trimmer features dual skin-safe blade heads, now accompanied by an updated trimmer blade
And interchangeable foil blades.
for enhanced performance. They now have a special edition dropped. It's purple for testicular cancer awareness.
And all jokes aside, every purchase does help raise money for testicular cancer charities.
Manscaped has already donated $50,000 to the Testicular Cancer Society.
And that's why we're proud to talk about something that literally saves lives.
Routine self-checks matter.
Make sure you check your boys'
With your mouth.
So if you want to look good, feel good, and do good,
Grab the TCS Ball Hero Bundle while supplies last.
Get 15% off your entire order by using the code UNSUB at manscaped.com.
Visit manscaped.com/TCS to learn more about how to check yourself.
or make a donation at TC Society today. Help save lives. And balls.
Trim your pubes, goddammit. Smooth sack summer.
It was funny because like one of the times we were doing they were doing like they brought CLB Marines in, Combat Logistics Battalion Marines in to like land and do a mock like embassy recovery or reinforcement, and they're like coming in out of they weren't fast roping, but they were like getting off the Ospreys and shit, and there's literally kangaroos like on the LZ like pressing up on them like get the fuck away from us, and they don't give a shit.
It's
At
wild
all.
watching them like bow up.
They're nuts.
I'm like, nope, I'm good.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of guys got to try like kangaroo there in Australia. I didn't get the opportunity. Yeah, I missed out. Just one of those like you get too drunk, you're supposed to go to the zoo or go wherever. And
I don't think
just,
that's where you try kangaroos at the zoo.
there's like they got some
on the
sort of
zoo.
tour.
Infantry Marine. Eli.
Just like taking the free samples from the Bass Pro stocked pond.
Oh, this was a petting zoo.
Shit.
Kids are screaming.
Not a stabbing zoo. Marine.
Now that's a scenario I agree with your mom. You should probably get an attorney.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Man.
Shit.
Yeah, it was a good time, but that deployment is when I got we were in Korea and I got meritoriously promoted to E4, and then we came back, took over the squad. My squad leader became a platoon sergeant, and then I went to advanced infantry school, moved into 2020, and
What's advanced infantry school?
so it's advanced. At the time, it was advanced infantry course. Now it's like I don't know, like advanced infantry Marine course. The Marine Corps has changed a bunch of stuff, but it's like it's pretty much your like squad leader school. So like
okay.
Yeah, I mean it's up to that point. Like I had great leadership, so I'd been taught everything. So school was like very like education wise, I had already known everything. It was just like one of those like checking the box. You need to go do a bunch of hard shit physically and like pass.
Get promoted.
And yeah, like while you're performing these tasks and whatnot, and then came back and my buddy Dalton, who ended up sorry, I got something in my my buddy Dalton, who ended up being my assistant team leader for my sniper team, he was like, hey, I am going to run the sniper screener. No one knows in the platoon other than our lieutenant and now you. I was like, you son of a... So he was one of my best friends. I like plenty of times where he was like, I was a boot, he was my first squad leader, and like he was like also my dad kind of in the Marine Corps. Like, I grew up without a dad, and or I had a dad for a little bit of my life, but he was like my dad in the Marine Corps, and fucking we're brothers now. But that dude like taught me everything he knew, trained me very hard along with the rest of my peers, and plenty of times where I wanted to punch him in the fucking face, and plenty of times I have punched him in the face, and likewise to him. But I was like, you son of a bitch.
Infantry.
Yeah, I was like, you son of a bitch. Like, I would have gone with you to run the screener. And he was like, well, let me see if like they're still accepting paperwork. And it was like a Wednesday night, we're in the field, and by Friday morning they're like, hey, if you can get your entire packet done, like you can run the screener on Monday. And I was like, well, run the screener. We both got selected, and then went into the sniper platoon. I turned down school to go do the assessment selection for MARSOC, and I ended up giving myself a hernia larger than the size of a quarter right on my asshole, and missed both sniper school and going to assessment selection. And so I was stuck for weeks, like couldn't even do a fucking push-up. And I remember I like went into work.
Is it bad?
Yeah, I went into work and I was like, hey, doc, like I need you to check this out. And he goes, all right, drop your pants, spread your cheeks. And I do that. And first words out of his mouth were, oh my God. And I was like, dude, are you fucking serious? He's like, that's bad.
I'm
like,
thinking
"That's
like
bad."
when you're describing it, you're like, oh yeah, it's a hernia the size of larger than a quarter.
A hemorrhoid, not a hernia. A
Okay,
hemorrhoid.
got it.
Excuse
I was
me.
like,
Yeah,
that,
sorry,
okay,
sorry,
thank
sorry,
God.
sorry.
That's what I was like.
I
His
would-
intestines are wrapping
my
around
bad.
his butt cheek. I'm like,
Because I was
Yeah,
like,
sorry.
dude. Because I'm
no.
like, because you said the size of a quarter. I'm like, that's not bad. You're like, on my asshole. And I'm
Yeah.
like, holy
Yeah, no,
and
sorry.
your guts are just like, brrr.
My fault. Yeah, it was a hemorrhoid.
Okay.
Still,
but, yeah, no.
this?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, pretty bad.
They popped it.
Yeah, they gave me like fucking cortisone cream and like steroid cream and antibiotics to put on my asshole every time I shit. But yeah, so I missed out on that, and then fast forward a little bit through 2020, going into the end of 2020, there's just a lot of back and forth. Like, hey, you guys, the Marine Corps had opened up all of the CENTCOM deployments back to the entirety of the Marine Corps. So for a couple years at least, only 7th Marines who are based out of 29 Palms, out of the desert, were getting those Middle East deployments. And so they opened it back up to the entirety of the Marine Corps. We had 1 or 2 units from our regiment that pumped out right before us. And then it was our turn, and it was a lot of like, hey, you guys are going, you're not going, you're going, you're not going. And then like a couple months before, they're like, all right, you guys are going. And so
Stand up with that. Was it like standing up? Everyone's getting like, oh, we got to get everything ready and then stand down, or is it like, hey, just keep all your kit good just in case?
Yeah, I mean, we were already preparing. We knew that we were going on deployment. We just didn't know what deployment we were going on. For a lot of it, it was already like we were prepping for that for probably like 6 months or so, and then suddenly they're just like, hey, you guys aren't doing this, and then we were already prepared to go. So then the back and forth started. But yeah, we were ready, as ready as we could be anyway. And then we went on that deployment. And like for a sniper platoon, when sniper platoons were still a thing in the Marine Corps at that time, like every sniper team goes to a different country essentially. So like you've got the battalion, the unit, which is the battalion, and the battalion's broken up into multiple companies. You got like 3 line companies, which is all like the grunts, like riflemen, whatever, machine gunners and stuff. And then you've got like headquarters company, and then you've got weapons company, and weapons company is made up of snipers, heavy machine guns, heavy mortars, all that stuff, anti-tank. And so all the sniper teams, they get reattached back to each individual company. So we went to Al Jaber, Kuwait first with Echo Company, and that was pretty cool because Echo Company is like where I came from. That's the company that I grew up in, and then went to snipers from there.
What month was this?
This was April, I think, also April of 21 or so.
You guys want hot Kuwait?
Yeah, yeah, humid as.
it is just like
walking through water.
yeah.
Yeah.
But it's 120.
Yeah. It's bad because it's right on the border of Iraq, and we were there, and then they were prepping us to go into Syria, and I don't know whatever happened with that. They're like, hey, all of the bases in Syria are going to be broken down, and like you guys are going to follow and trace. And then one day they're like, oh, that's not happening anymore. Like you guys are going to fucking Saudi Arabia, and so we went to Saudi Arabia. Yeah, and as a show of force for Iran, and then sat there for 5 months or whatever it was, and just like the rest of the world watched Afghanistan fall over months. And
I was this is something new for me, even Saudi Arabia, because I don't even know what a deployment. Like I always forget we will send soldiers over there or Marines, but what does that entail? It's like show of force. That means okay, hey, we got our vehicles, we got overhead, everything's covered, but what is the deployment like with something like that?
I mean, it's just training. I mean, it's small unit training, and then like running ranges, just really fucking working out and training. Like that's really it. I mean, same shit.
Same
you know what
Middle
I mean?
East.
Yeah, same shit. But like I will say, Saudi Arabia, like people say like the sandbox. Like Saudi Arabia is the sandbox. It was just sand dunes. That's all it was. It was 125, 127 degrees, and fucking mile high dust storms just coming in all the time and shit. And
like dust storms, a dust storm is insane because you won't see salve or show in a dust storm.
Yeah,
they are gone, and you just have to park your vehicles, and you're like, oh, hey, we cannot go where we're supposed. Oh, okay, everyone stand down.
I just experienced one for the first time like a couple months ago. We were up at Isaacman's place, the Bozeman.
Yep.
And I'm sure it wasn't anything close to like what they were in Saudi Arabia.
Still, yeah.
But I didn't know that was even a thing that happened in this country. But just suddenly we're outside, it gets really windy, and then immediately you're just hit, like you see this haze, and you're just hit, and like it's all in your fucking teeth and eyes and food. It's in Montana.
Oh, Montana. Oh, yeah. Damn. I had no idea that happened out there.
I didn't either. I was just like, what the just happened?
Yeah.
5 minutes later, it's gone.
Dude, these ones are.
It is quick. Yeah, they're quick.
And you got is that wave as you watch it come towards you and say, because you're like, oh fuck, get in a vehicle. Not going restroom or anything.
Well, yeah, and it starts out, you see it like a mile out from you, and then just suddenly you can't see. You can't breathe, like nothing.
Oh, yes, and the sandworms.
Exactly. Lisa Nakaib.
They're heading east or wherever that direction is through that movie. Cody would know.
And then you got like, we're Marines, so the sandstorms come, and we're like staying in literal tents, like little half dome tents that fit 8 to 10 people in them, and sandstorms come, and then you've got Marines outside in their fucking underwear with goggles on and like gas masks and shit, and just like fucking doing dumb shit out in the middle of the dust storm. But yeah, it was a great time. It was interesting for sure, but I mean,
combat
every
pay?
day. Yeah, we got I believe we got combat pay in Saudi. I can't remember, but they were shooting like the rebels, whatever. I can't remember who it was, but
was.
Yeah, probably. They were shooting
The San people.
So we're on Prince Sultan Air Base, and you've got like whatever, I don't know, entity is fighting the Saudis. Whatever rebel entities fighting the Saudis, they're shooting rockets. They know where we're at. We're on this tiny little, barbed wire fenced base on the air base, and so they're shooting rockets and shit over us to hit the Saudis, but they won't shoot them onto us. So like we obviously won't retaliate, and so we're just like hearing this shit go on occasionally. It wasn't like every day, but occasionally it's going on, or it wasn't going on our side of base every day. But
that's funny that they're afraid of you guys.
Yeah, no,
so
exactly.
They're just like.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, if a rocket, I guarantee if a rocket accidentally hit them, they would kill that dude that shot it and drag him and be like, Mister, sorry, killed him for it. Dude. No problem.
We handled this one ourselves.
Dude. It was an interesting time. I mean, they put the Marines, so it was like traditionally just Air Force and Army there, and they put the Marines a mile fucking this way on the farthest side of the base away from like everyone else. So if you wanted to go get like actual food, you had to walk a mile. If you wanted to go use like the big gym, you had to go walk a mile, which just meant like, a bigger tent, but filled with fitness equipment. But it
sucks on base. People that have done deployments to the big FOBs, like FOBs, you're just out in sector. Everything's really small, tight. Everything's good. But on the big bases, on the big FOBs, Falcon, whatever, maybe not Falcon because they have like buses and bus routes, but those ones are the worst because it is. I got to go to the chow hall.
Yeah.
Group, walk, mile, eat, walk back.
Yep.
Gym, walk, mile,
Yeah.
walk back. And then it's 125 degrees.
Yeah.
It sucks cock.
No, that's definitely, yeah, you're drinking like a liter of water on the way to go eat breakfast. Yeah, and it was funny. There was actually, so I actually almost died before going into Afghanistan, and
Something funny, Eli?
He just said,
No,
it's
no.
funny. I almost died. That's why I started laughing. I was like, the only dude that would start, it's funny. I almost died.
yeah, how fucking dare you?
It's like, you started that sentence
Yeah,
with, it's
no.
funny.
So like I there was a running joke in our team. So our team there were 6 of us in our sniper team, and the running joke, like I was always like, I make my own f***ing luck. Like I would always say that shit, like, you guys, I make my own f***ing luck. And we're going to Kuwait to use the Army sniper ranges there. So we're flying over there, and we're walking back from Chow, and there's a ladder, like, and one of the guys was like, go fucking walk under that ladder if you make your own fucking luck. Like, and the team was like, oh yeah, I make my own fucking luck, and I go run to the ladder, right? And then we go to Kuwait, and I hit, like, we got there, it was like the second or third day we were there, and I hit 315 front squat for the first time ever. I was like, fuck yeah. I had like a 2-hour leg day, and then I went outside and I did sprints in 127 degrees, like sprint the straights, run the sides on this track for like 2 miles. And then I was like, man, I think I'm gonna pass out. And I like went and sat under an IDF bunker, and I go back to our hooch, and I'm like laying there. I felt like I had the chills, and I was like, do I have a fever? Like, what's going on? And I'm laying there, and everyone's going to chow, and I was like, hey, can you guys bring me back some food? Like, I can't get out of bed right now. And they're like, yeah, sure. I was like, I think I'm like sick or something. And then they come back, I can't eat the food, and I just start like pissing and shitting nonstop. And it's like all night long, fever and chills. Get up to go to breakfast, and I was like, I need your guys' help, like putting my fucking boots on. Like, I don't know what's going on. I'm like trying to hide it from my team leader. And so we go to chow, and I'm like stumbling, like literally stumbling into chow. And I'm like, I gotta force myself to eat. I don't want to eat. And I get like I get powdered eggs and whatever fucking bullshit on my plate. And I'm sitting there, and I'm like start passing out in the middle of eating my food. And my team leader's sitting across from me, and my boy Cooper, and they're like, yo, like, what the fuck's going on? Like, and I'm like, I need you guys to like drag me back to the hooch. Like, something's wrong. I don't know what's wrong.
I love it's not the aid station.
So
I love you sleep this off as I sleep in eggs.
We were going to the field that morning, and like we were going to teach marksmanship skills to the line platoon, and I was like, no, I kept saying that too. I was like, no, like I'm good. Like, just get me back to the hooch. Like, I'll be good. I was like, if you guys can throw my fucking pack on the truck, like I'll be okay. Like, I'll be all right. So I convinced them to let me go out to train. And I sat in the back of a truck, and I'm just getting worse and worse and worse. And fortunately, my team leader, his wife, she's an Air Force nurse, and she was like, I think he's got rhabdo. She's like texting him, like, we got like Wi-Fi pucks on there. She's like, I think he's got rhabdo. Like, you need to fucking get him to the hospital. And she's in Saudi, and we're in Kuwait, and I'm like literally in and out of consciousness in the back of the Hilux, and my team leader fucking like knocks on the window, and I look up at him, and he's like, you're going to the hospital. And I was like, no, I'm okay. And he was like, no, you're going to the fucking hospital. And I was like, all right. And I'm slobbering on myself, like eating gummy bears. And they take me to the fucking troop medical center there. And they were getting ready to life flight me to Kuwait City. And I was like, I'm not going into some random city in the Middle East. Like, no, sorry, that's not happening. And this fucking old doctor walks out, and he was like, damn, I haven't seen Marines in a while. He's like, last time I was working on you, I was pulling you out of Fallujah. I was like, well, I just hit a 315 front squat yesterday. Like, how's it going? I'm Tyler, you know?
You're bragging as you're drilling.
Yeah.
I hit 315.
Dude, it was rough. And he was like, they're, you know, taking my blood and stuff. He's like, yeah, you've got rhabdomyolysis. Your kidneys, you're probably a few hours from your kidneys failing. This is like very severe. You're lucky you got brought in when you did. You like could have died or gone septic or something. And I was like, oh yeah, well that's good. And then they just proceeded to dump fucking liter after liter after liter of IV fluid into me. And that was that. And then I go back and one of the boy of our team, Andrew, he bought a mirror. Like he bought a cheap shitty mirror at a Saudi. You know, I recovered from that. I thought it was the fastest cut of my life. I lost, you know, like 13 pounds, and you're just pissing out muscle, right? Like I lost like 13 pounds in 2 days, and
your piss looks like dark. Like
When I was going through the Buds pipeline, my roommate was the class doc, and so every month or every other month we have some like new kid come in who's just like trying super hard to be a SEAL, and he'd be like, "My piss looks like dip spit." Fuck, yeah, dude. That's not good, but little guy.
Little guy. Yeah, dude, it's bad. Yeah, I recovered after like a month or two, but it was a little bit of time off, and we get back. Andrew buys a fucking mirror so we can all flex in our tent after the gym. And day one, I broke it. Like I knocked it over and it fucking shattered on the floor. And they're like, "You got 7 years bad luck," and same shit. I was like, "I make my own luck, like fuck you guys, don't tell me about that." And we end up going into Afghanistan a couple weeks later, but and so and they're like, "Oh," my team leader's always like, "Oh, you remember when you walked under that ladder and you broke that mirror?" Like, I think this is what happened. Like, what happens when you do that. But
I need to like is luck contagious?
I'm still a firm believer I make my own luck, but just some.
I call it stubborn.
Yeah.
Brandon, do you need not
one more time? You got this,
Brandon,
buddy.
can you? Brandon, do you
almost there, bud?
Brandon, where do you store your firearms?
All over my house, in every fucking crevice.
Well, do I have the product for you, Nick? Show him. Here, hand it to me, Brandon, so I can show you. Brandon, this is STOPBOX. STOPBOX. We love box.
You selling me?
What's in the box? You have to open it and find out.
All right, well, let's see if I can do this. Oh, wow. Look at that.
Oh, it
That
didn't
was
stop
easy.
you.
Can I hide my goop in that?
You can hide your goop in that, Cody. Cody, do you know why I love this thing?
Why?
Why?
Why, God, why?
Because you don't have to use keys.
Gun not included.
Cody, you've got multiple cats in your house, including Squirt, who's quite the scrapper. Mm-hmm. Would you want Squirt to have access to your firearms?
No, he's violent.
Well, then STOPBOX is the perfect product for you. No cat's getting inside that.
Or people without thumbs. The nice part is it is actually TSA compliant.
I didn't actually know that part until a couple months ago. That is actually really cool. You just put a little lock through there.
Exactly.
When you're checking a pistol or any gun, if there's a hole that a lock can go through on whatever you're checking your gun in, you have to put a lock through that. This has one hole, so you just need one lock, easily accessible once you land on the ground.
I know you're not normally a one-hole kind of guy, but this is definitely an exception to the rule.
And never worry about tariffs because everything is sourced right here in the USA.
Wait, what are tariffs?
Like, I'm pretty sure I shot a few of them.
For a limited time only, get 10% off your entire order if you use code unsubscribe at checkout.
And right now, if you buy one STOPBOX, you're going to get another STOPBOX free. So that's 10% off plus buy one, get one free when you use code unsub at checkout.
That's StopBoxUSA.com.
Discover a better way to balance security and readiness with StopBox.
StopBoxUSA.com. Use code unsubscribe.
But yeah, no, I mean, we spent, it was the same shit. Like we were watching Afghanistan fall for months on end, and our the colonel of our the SP MAGTAF, so I was on the Special Purpose Marine Air Ground Task Force Crisis Response. He was trying to get us over there earlier, and higher than the Marine Corps at the time was like, you guys can't go. Like, nope. And so we ended up getting sent in quite literally at the last minute and for the non-combatant evacuation operation. And, I was, we were in Afghanistan. I think the latest someone was there was like 12 days from our unit maybe, but I was in Afghanistan. We all were for 10 days up until Abbey Gate, to the blast. And so kind of crazy to think about, but like, yeah, literally 10 days in Afghanistan until, the blast went off. And
That was 10 days
yeah,
turnaround? Holy
10 days,
shit.
yeah. They 11 for my assistant team leader. Like they made us send in one of the guys from our team a day early, and then it was good, honestly, because he met up with some Rangers and they taught him how to hotwire vehicles. And so we got there, we're just hotwiring vehicles and stealing shit. Like dudes were driving around luggage carts, like conveyor belts for planes to fucking take people around and shit. And we hotwired a Bobcat and had like a little forklift on the front and shit. And that was like our main mode of transportation the whole time.
Grand Theft Afghan.
Yeah. It was the Wild West, but I mean, it was a blast.
Do another?
Sure. Yeah.
We just had major capers on them.
Oh yeah. Really?
Dude,
That's fucking cool.
Bro,
Yeah.
wait. So your episode's going to go right after his.
That's awesome.
And his stories, because, I mean,
Dude,
he's like,
legend.
the
Yeah.
fuck. Bro, some of the best moments. It's like he's talking to Frank. He's like, well, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this because Frank has problems when I talk about. And then Frank's like, well, I think there's those issues with just what is a war crime and what isn't, and then what group he's with. But you
Yeah.
guys seem really good, so yeah, you can tell whatever story you want.
Yeah,
and then he's like, okay, so I cut the dude's throat.
Thank you for this.
Pulled my pistol out and shot the dude. What?
What's up?
I was saying thank you.
Oh, wait, of course.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, we run. I first shot 3 dudes with the M6. It's like, bro, what are these stories?
That's wild.
It was how casual he said it, I guess, was very
He's proud of it.
entertaining. One of the comments, I think, on the short I saw of him was, this dude gives PTSD.
Yeah. Such a good dude, too. Have you met him yet?
No. I
Oh,
don't-
really? No shit.
I met Don Graves. You guys know
Don's
Graves?
awesome.
Don's beer cans over there.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
Don's a
dude.
good, yeah.
Oh, dude. Yeah. I went to, I think last year or early. Yeah, it was last year. I went to the Marine Corps Law Enforcement Foundation Gala in Dallas. I was invited to, and he spoke. He actually like fell down on stage, like walking up on a stage to speak. And they were like, people were rushing to help him. He's like, get away from me. He's like, get the fuck away from me. And he gets up and he just talks. I mean, you wouldn't know that dude was 100 years old. He just fucking sharp as could be.
I was going to say
the energy, too.
So
Yeah.
sharp in his level. And we're going to be helping them for their trip they're doing to something, but Unsub's helping pay for like a portion of that.
That's awesome.
I was like, what's the number? And they're like, oh, it's this. I was like, yeah, but we got you. Like, well, that's fine. It's letting those guys go and do their final trips and everything.
I mean, they're
Like,
just,
hey,
the numbers are dwindling so fast because of how old they are.
yeah.
I mean, pretty soon, a couple years, there's not going to be any more World War II vets left.
I remember when I was a personal trainer at 24 Hour Fitness, and I remember when I got I was reading the news that the last World War I veteran died. I was
Yeah.
like, holy shit. I was like, that's wild. You're right. It's going to be that time frame when that happens with World War II.
Yeah.
It's coming soon. Like there's some stat about how many hundreds of World War II veterans are dying every day now.
Oh my gosh.
We've got 3 on, so 3. We're lucky to have 3 of them on. We want as many as possible. Any of those stories, like Korean War, Vietnam. It's like, let's capture those stories. GWAT, we're going to be that at some time. It's going to be wild. It's like,
It's crazy to think about. Yeah. Well, I mean, think about it now.
Those rippets were super good.
I mean, you think about it. It's been 24 years since the start of it already. Like, that's a while. That's a quarter of a century.
my guys are retiring that I joined with. It's fucking wild to me. They're like, I was like, man, I joined over 20 years. Like, it's been 2 decades since I joined the military.
When did you join?
2005 and got out in 08.
So you're like, what, 23, 24?
When I was out.
No, you're like 23 or 24 years old now?
Yeah, just 23 years old.
And so you said you went through the Bud's pipeline?
Yeah. I joined in 2008.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was 20. I was 20. I just turned 20.
Damn.
And then you're like, I was born in 1998. I was like, oh my God, I'm ancient. I could buy cigarettes when you were born.
Holy shit. Doesn't count. The age was lower.
Oh man. Okay, so I love the tangents we will go on sometimes. So this is 10 days,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah, so we went in. Our team was originally tasked with like doing doing some observation missions essentially on the Taliban and whatnot. We flew in and like they're like, oh, it's gonna be the fucking Alamo pretty much, and like they're like multiple planes have taken like machine gun and RPG fire coming in, and we're coming in on C-130 and we're blacked out going in. And I remember this like brand new. There was one dude, and our team got like attached to us, one of the platoons, and this like young junior. He was like E2, young, fresh junior Marine. He'd been in the unit for like 2 months before we went on deployment, and he's like hyperventilating. He was like literally straight up hyperventilating. We're like descending into Afghanistan, and we're like, like Marine, like so and so, like hey, like it's okay, it's all right, like it's good. And the rest of us, like we're stoked, you know what I mean? Like we're anxious, but we're excited. I mean, we spent fucking 20 years watching the GWAT and wanting to go do the thing, and very yeah, I mean, really just like wanting to go help people and go kill the bad guy. And it was like, wow, it's finally here.
Young, dumb, and full of cum.
Exactly.
That's all we used to say, brother.
And it ended up, it was unlike anything, I mean, anyone had seen since Saigon. And I remember we were sitting there, we get moved out. He ended up, that Marine, sorry, let me not skip over that. That Marine ended up calming down, but we're like, hey, like, it's okay. But he was like verbalizing, he literally was like, I'm so scared, like, I'm terrified right now. And we're like, you're all right, like, we got you, like, it's okay. And he calmed down, his squad leader calmed him down. We descend in, and they're like, all right, you guys gotta the fuck off the bird, like, set up security, set up a cordon, and like, the civilian terminal outside of HKIA, Hamid Karzai International Airport in Kabul, had just been overrun the day before. So like all of our guys there were the ones on the ground where you see the videos of like fucking civilians falling off the planes and like literally thousands of people running across the runway. That was the day before like I got there with my team, but our assistant team leader and 40 other Marines went that day. They went the day before, so they were there, and they worked with 82nd Airborne and Rangers and everyone else to fucking physically push thousands of people back off the airfield and literally re-secure and seize every building on the airport. And
this is in a day?
Yeah.
That's
and so
wild.
like my buddies were standing there on the runway, like when those bodies fucking fell off and smashed the pavement from hundreds of feet in the air. And we got there the next day, and they're like, it's going to be like, you guys are going to be fighting when you get out, pretty much like out of the bird. And we get out of the bird, we set up security, and there's this Air Force, this airman, and this female airman, she like walks up to us. She's got her fucking helmet strapped to her chest plate. She's got a clipboard. She's like, hi guys, welcome to Afghanistan. And I was like, get the fuck up. Like to our, like half of our team, like, get the fuck up. Like, what the fuck is going on right now? And she was like, yeah, like your palletized packs are over there and blah, blah, blah. This is going on. I'm like, this is a joke. Are you kidding me? Yeah. And so everyone gets up, like we go get our fucking, our palletized gear. We move to a gym and we stage our shit. And we're like immediately just fucking chomping at the bit. Like, let us go do something. Like, we're in Afghanistan, and they're like, yeah, there's nothing, we got nothing for you other than like go sit over here, set up a hide site and like observe the Taliban. So we're still like, we're jazzed, like we're pumped, like we don't care that we're not actively doing stuff, but we're searching for targets and suspicious behavior. And then we do that for a day or two, and we're on this like radar site, like right against. And if you guys want any like photos or videos, I mean, we all had our phones out there. I have fucking hundreds of videos and photos. I was that guy. Like, people are like, don't take photos. That's like a military thing. I was that guy. Like, I'm gonna take some pictures. Like I was like our last team photo that went like worldwide fucking famous in the Marine Corps and the military. Like, I was like, hey, you guys, you motherfuckers, this is the last time we're going to take this picture. Like, you guys need to stand here and take this picture. And they were all giving me a hard time about it. And now it's like a famous fucking photo in the Marine Corps. But yeah, it was.
Dude, still dismounting is why I love that idea of that hype, especially when you're a new soldier. You are going into a combat zone.
Yeah.
And then you're getting told that.
They will hype you up.
Yeah.
And you don't especially when you're brand new, your chair, you have no clue. Because I thought, oh, we're landing in Kuwait. Oh, is it like that? Oh, we're landing in Iraq. Oh, is it like that? And then it slowly, you peel that onion back. You're like, oh, okay, never mind. And
So you think you're going to like fucking Omaha Beach?
Yeah,
this is
no,
D-Day
exactly,
to them.
yeah.
D-Day, and then Karen walks in.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, guys. Here, and here. And it's like,
There's families playing on said beach. It's like,
we were literally descending, and they're like, "Hey, we're blacking out. Like previous planes have taken machine gun or RPG fire. Like, be ready." And we're like, "Fuck yeah, 0 dark 30, whatever." And then it was like a joke, but
yeah, that adrenaline dump sucks.
it was funny, but we ended up in that first like day or two that we were doing that first mission, observing and reporting. My buddy Jorge, our team corpsman, he's like, "Hey man, like I need to take a shit," and I'm like, "Yeah, you know what? I need to take a shit too. First shit in Afghanistan." And I have a picture of it actually. So if you guys want that too, I took a picture of my first shit in Afghanistan.
Chase right here. Blur it out. It's gonna be brown pixels.
It's in between two Conex containers, but
they have bathrooms. Savage.
not where we were, but there's
the
just like a
locals
ton
do
of
it.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Dude, there was
When in
like
Rome.
porta shooters that were just like 10 foot almost tall, like stacks of shit.
You've seen when they peek through, and you're like, what the fuck?
How do you get it that high? Like,
Brandon's like, what?
Dude.
Have you seen these?
what is this?
Porta-john? You know Porta-johns?
Oh, yeah.
They'll stack it where the poop is coming through.
yeah,
Where you've got to be like standing on top of the seat to like continue to add to
And
it.
you're building
or
the
you're
Egyptian
fucking
pyramid.
holding onto the top, hanging.
I've not done that poop.
You're like, I kind of want to try
I
now.
know, that's a CrossFit shit right there.
Yeah, but we,
The penalty for not holding that hang is severe.
Yeah.
Kipping your shit out.
it's a new version of monkey bars. It's
Oh no.
yeah, we
call 'em that.
oh, sorry. I don't know another name for him, but yeah, no. So we both took our shit, and there was just a bunch of shipping containers there, and we're opening them up, and it was just literally, fucking like UN gear that was left behind, like coalition gear left behind, allied gear, and it was, all the ones that were right there by that where that first mission was. It was all like plate carriers and helmets and tools and shit. And Jorge was like, "Hey, there's a shipping container over here that's got a bunch of tools in it." And I was like, "All right, like power tools, hand tools, like what?" And he was like, "Everything." And I was like, "All right, let me come check it out." And he pulls out this like big ass pair of bolt cutters, like this tall. And he was like, "Oh," he's like, "we could use these." And I was like, "Yeah, we'll throw them in the back of the Bobcat." And he's like, "Oh, there's another like, little like 16-inch tall pair." And he's like, "Fuck yeah, like I'm going to put those in my kit." So I kept them the whole time we were out there. And that'll kind of make sense later, but we punch out of there. And then we're waiting to hear what's going on. They're like, "Hey, we're going to go open up Abbey Gate." The Brits had been cut off. The British command was in the Baron Hotel. So you've got like the PAX terminal and the flagpole and like the Troop Medical Center, like the Joint Medical Center. And then like 3 or 4 miles around the airport is where Abbey Gate is. And so there's Abbey Gate proper, and then there's Abbey Gate Forward, which is where we were at. We were at Abbey Gate Forward, which is against the canal and like all the way like into the city essentially. It's like literally like the Baron Hotel and the city is all right there. So like surrounding that portion of that gate, it's like 2- and 3-story buildings, the neighborhood of the outskirts of the city, and then like the going into downtown and shit. And the Brits have been cut off. There's a Taliban checkpoint about 155 yards north of our position, and there's people coming through there, but most of the people are trying to go around the Taliban checkpoint because as much as same with everything, like everyone who wasn't there likes to say that things didn't happen, and the Taliban were executing people right in front of us, and we'd report on it, and they'd be like, "Nope, don't do anything. Like unless it's an American, like that you see American passport in their hand, or like they're being actively hurt or shot. Like doesn't matter if there's someone else. Like don't do anything. Like, and yeah, I took pictures and videos of bodies and people being lined up to be executed, and reported back on it and dropped it to Intel, and they're like, nope, I'm like, sorry, not our problem, not like, don't worry about it.
Do you like a mouthful of hard wood?
Yes, go on.
Then boy, do I have a product for you.
I'm re-enlisting in the Navy.
No, not this time.
Oh.
The product is Fume.
What's Fume?
It's an amazing device for those trying to kick those nasty habits.
Well, you said hardwood. You actually meant hardwood.
I'm sorry to disappoint, but yes, I mean literal hardwood.
I love hardwood in my mouth. Wait.
You know what's gayer than hardwood in your mouth? Dying from cancer.
Fume has an award-winning design.
There's no battery, no chemicals, just flavored air.
Dial that airflow with the clickies. Brandon, you ever tried maple pepper?
No, I like crisp mint because I'm a coward when it comes to flavors.
Cody, what's your favorite?
I don't know about flavor, but John C. Fume told me it was sexy and sleek.
That is a sexy and sleek piece of wood right there, Cody.
Oh, yeah.
Put it in your mouth. Suck that flavored air.
Quit cranking your wood on camera. Start your guilt-free journey with the Good Habit and use code UNSUB, where you can get a free gift with purchase and start your long overdue breakup.
Just head to tryfume.com/unsub and use code unsub to start your good habit today.
I don't think a lot of people realize, even in the time of war, you're not. That's their traditions, their customs, anything like that. Even if it's execution, fucking stoning women, what doesn't matter. It's
That's
so
what
can-
you told that story about like having to like there's just chicks being stoned in the street.
Fucking
fucking
execute
crazy.
stone. You're like, oh wait, okay,
Yeah,
this is
part of the
not
culture.
Yeah, you
Like-
can't do a thing. You're like separate Sunni and Shia. Like as long as they're not fucking with Americans, you literally can't do
That,
shit.
that's what people,
in 10 days. That's a culture shock for you. I bet.
100%. I mean, you know, we've spent our entire Marine Corps careers, like up to that point, you know, thinking like, yeah, we're going to go on fucking patrols and we're going to go, I mean, being in a sniper team is a little different. Like we're going to go set up hide sites and we're going to go do this and look for, you know, whatever and report and observe and shit. Yeah. And then it's like, hey, you guys are going to deal with the worst humanitarian aid disaster since Vietnam. And, I mean, quite literally just fucking hundreds of thousands of people descended on the airport, and they ended up just over a couple days closing off all of the other gates around the airport. So the gate that we were at, our team, sniper teams, scout sniper teams conduct 24/7 continuous operations. So we're in our little 2-story tower, like half the team is on the gun, behind the spotting scope, on the camera, and the other half of us, like maybe one person's catching an hour of sleep or 2 hours of sleep, but everyone else, the other half of the team is down pulling out refugees and pulling out interpreters and pulling out families. And
You don't get rest.
no, yeah, like you know, we're just going back and forth, and like our team corpsman, he ends up like not being able to even be our team corpsman. He ends up triaging all the heat stroke casualties, all the fucking children and women dying of malnutrition. And I mean, the first day we were there, it was literally like thousands, hundreds, if not thousands of people backed up against the gate, and like we had to open it. And so like we opened it a little bit, and it's just like people just trying to pour through. And you know, the way that I describe it, by the end of those 10 days, like if I was to fill up this room with sand, like that's how many people there were. Like I know, you know, I'll share the videos with you guys, but literally just people like fucking like this, holding babies over their heads, like screaming at the top of their lungs. And like, it's kind of like something that lives with you forever. And everyone who was out there just like constant, like screaming and crying, just like day in and day out. And especially for our team, like everyone else was on like 12-hour rotations at the gate, but like we eat, slept and shit and worked in the same spot. Like we were in this little fucking tower or on the ground. Like we were just listening to it 24/7.
What were you guys doing to restrain the crowd? Like what?
Just Marines down there on the ground at first.
Just hands.
Yeah, hands, and like, you know, setting up fucking razor wire and shit like that. And then even to go into that, yeah.
Did they have because at that time there wasn't even like T-walls or
there was like short little concrete
the-
walls and shit, but
Goddamn.
the Hescos?
Yeah, Hescos.
Yeah, no Hesco. So that was
Holy
that point
shit.
where like we're like in the city. Like we're literally in the city, so it's almost impossible.
and you can't control it. Like
Yeah,
that's
so, like-
one thing you can't. It's like, oh, we'll
Yeah.
just get mob mindset. There is no control. There's not like,
Yeah,
oh, I'll
no.
just get this under control. Everyone will calm down. That does not
Exactly.
fucking
It was
exist.
it was just ramping up. Like day by day, it was getting worse and worse and worse and worse. And like a lot of it was what was pretty wild is that we've got, you know, platoons at a time. Like the companies were rotating out, but like platoons at a time of Marines. So like 35 to 40 Marines at a time at the gate, dealing with hundreds to tens of thousands of people. Like literally, like 40 Marines 40 Marines plus dealing with tens of thousands of people at a time. And there's only so much you can do. I mean,
and then it's tens of thousands of people you do not know.
Yeah, exactly.
You have fucking no idea. And they will do SS. They will clack off. Like
90% of those dudes had 90% of those people had no reason to be there to escape. They were just desperate, or they were, malintent. And, we saw a lot of that. Like at one point, like the ground force commander, it was bad. Like they set up I think 3 to 5 shipping containers. The Army brought out shipping containers, like one of the best things they did. And there's a Taliban checkpoint. They had some barricades and shit, like right there in the middle of the city. The Baron Hotel where the Brits were over here, front to the left. And then we set up like shipping containers so that no VBIDs could come through. So then we've got Marines sitting on top of them, filtering people through. But the Taliban backed up to right behind it and, processing people through, executing them, beating them, hitting them with pipes, thinking that we can't see them or just not really caring, you know what I mean? Like they're doing it, we're not doing anything, and we're not able to do anything rather. But the ground force commander allowed the Taliban, he brought them up to the gate. So now you think about this, we've got, in our battalion, a handful of people that had been there, done that, been to Afghanistan, been to Iraq, whatever. It was not most or even many at that point, but you've got dudes that have buddies that were killed by the Taliban or ISIS and shit like that, and now the ground force commander out there is bringing the Taliban up, literally shoulder to shoulder, beating civilians with sticks right next to Marines, and they're like, let them do it, literally just let them fucking do it, don't do anything.
It's crazy. And most of the individuals aren't going to have any experience. This is brand new. Because
exactly. Yeah.
When we did a military show 2016 for something, and it was wild because I was with Army guys, I was with some Rangers, I was with and then a bunch of infantry dudes, and there was no one that had a CIB or a combat, and I was like, yo, where's everyone? Dude, that we don't get to experience that.
Yeah.
And now so you have that gap, and now it's handle this, and you guys are learning on the fucking job.
No, exactly, because everything up to that point was we did 1 or 2 mock NEOs, mock non-combatant evacuations in Saudi. So they had all the Air Force, all the airmen, all the soldiers come into mock lanes to search, very proper, set up search lanes and do this, and you guys are in a hide site. Yeah, you guys are in a hide site inside a vehicle and doing urban hide shit. And then we get there and it's hey, you guys have no fucking vehicles, you've got no resources, go do your job. And
it's 100 times the people, and they're twice as rabid.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And it was wild. I keep saying that, but I don't have better words for it. It's interesting, especially, and this is this is the only thing I'll say on this, but it's interesting talking about this. Every time my buddy, I don't know if you guys know Justin Governal at all, but
we know Governal.
he ended up picking me up from the airport.
Mannerisms, dude.
He ended up picking me up from the airport yesterday and dropped me off at the hotel, but he was talking. I was telling him, it's tough because I come, I've shared this story, a few times and in different ways, but still the story, and it's always man, do people think I'm a fucking, just this guy's always talking about this shit, and I'm the imposter syndrome kind of creeps in a little bit, and I'm you know what, fuck that shit, man. No one's, not that people aren't, but people aren't talking about this shit. The Marine Corps, as much as I love the Marine Corps, I'll say it to this day, enlisting in the Marine Corps is still, to this day, the greatest decision I've ever made in my entire life. It's shaped me who I am. It's given me the best people that I love, whether directly or indirectly in my life. And, it's made me the man that I'm proud of. But man, they still won't even talk about this shit. They won't bring it up. They want nothing to do with it.
And just a story that needs to get told.
Yeah. And it's unfortunate, but we still have zero accountability for what's happened. 13 Americans were murdered. We knew it was going to happen. And, I'm you know what? At the very least, if I was fucking dead and I was buried in Arlington, some of our brothers and sisters are, I would hope that, someone who was alive would fucking tell the truth about what happened. And, I've lucky enough and fortunate enough to have a platform and to be able to do that. And you guys are doing that for me as well and for them. So I'm grateful for it very much so. And it's tough, man.
it is a travesty and it's stupid. And then to downplay it or to say, oh, we did what we can. We had so much precision in this withdrawal. We tried our best. It's been in the works for X amount of time. Or shift blame instead of being like, there wasn't even fucking barriers, T-walls. There was a million things you could do that was done for 20 years leading up to this point. You lived out in a cob in a sector. I lived in a cob. There was no fucking running water, and we had ditches built around our cob 100 meters out. We had concertina wire, and then we had T-walls 100 meters from our little church we lived at. That was out in the sector of Iraq, and then it's like, oh, hey, let's not do the same, but then let's not no accountability for how we fuck this up and just be like,
And logistically, we knew this was coming.
Yeah, well, and that's
well in advance.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's 100% it. Like they were our colonel of the SP Mag Task for months was like bringing so sniper teams are battalion level assets. So like we get word from the fucking top, and we're dealing, you know, with our commanders and stuff. And he's like, hey, like I'm trying to send you guys, but like they won't let the Marine Corps go. Like the administration will not let the Marine Corps go. And then we get sent in the last minute. But, you know, to your point, it's like even that, like the intel, like what we were past, like we knew what was going to happen. We were past that the bomber was going to be there on that day, on the 26th, the morning of. They're like, hey, he's going to be here sometime today. He's traveling with so-and-so. This is what they're wearing. This is what they look like. Be on the lookout. We pass up a PID, we get denied permission on, you know, our PID, and, you know, who we believe to be the bomber and who he's traveling with disappear into a crowd of literally hundreds of thousands of people. And we're passing it up. We had multiple instances that day. We had multiple ID probes in the days leading up to it. We had been shot at in our tower in the days leading up to it, like 2 days prior, maybe even in the morning of, like we had been shot at. One of our my buddies was up in the tower, and I'm climbing up the ladder. And like our first sergeant was up there, and I hear fucking crack, and I like climb up the tower. I'm like, yo, and I see my buddy slamming the window shut, and I have a picture of it and videos of it too. Like literally fucking 7.62 round impacted. He's leaned his head against the tower window, and he's literally like looking through the fucking camera, looking through the spotting scope, and round impacts where his head is.
Fuck.
And the window's open. Like it's a sliding window, so it's open right here, but it was bulletproof glass, so he slams it shut, and we're like, we're not fucking opening that window again. And it's just like 2- and 3-story buildings. We passed it up, and they're like, yeah, guys, sorry, like don't worry about it, you know. And like,
you can't.
We're like, hey, can we push squads out into the neighborhood? Like, can we do this? Can we provide more standoff distance? And like as the days got closer to the 26th, they closed the distance. The standoff distance goes from, you know, 15 meters, 25 meters to like now the crowd is right there at the base of the gate, right at the base of our tower.
Why the fuck did they do? Like, just for reference, we had a 300 meters. Even if we're on a patrol or if we're on a convoy, we still had. Hey, if you cross this 100-meter line, you will get lit the fuck up. And that
they intentionally closed it though.
Yeah. So the
15 meters.
What
15 meters from a base.
I had this shit explained, and so well, it's not even that. It got right. It was right on top of us at that point.
And that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
it's
and so
fucking wild.
They explained to us that this was years past, like after I testified in front of Congress, and then they didn't want to call it reopening the investigation, but they did a supplemental review, is what they called it. They did a supplemental review, so the government's like, hey, we investigated ourselves, we found ourselves not guilty again, so don't worry about it. Yeah, and they came in and they said, they're like, hey, so all these hundreds of photos, like all these things that happened, I was like, you know, we asked like, hey, where did all the photos of X, Y, and Z go? Like the bomber who he was traveling with, the bodies, all these things are like, oh, those photos, those videos, they don't exist anywhere inside of the DOD's or any allied nations intelligence database. They're gone. We can't find them. We don't know what happened to them. I was like, wow, that's really convenient.
Heard that one before.
Yeah, crazy. And that's the thing. Like I say that shit too. It's like, I'm not the first person to get blown up. We're not the first people to lose friends. Like this shit it's just a cycle, unfortunately. And it's like, it's war, right? Like we go to foreign countries and war for good and bad reasons. A lot more bad than good, maybe, whatever you believe in. But I know I've helped people. All of us help people. We saved 140,000, 135,000 fucking Afghans that we worked with, families, kids that have an opportunity at life that they never would have had otherwise. They're in our country. Some of them, yes, there's that side of it. It's like some of them probably not for the best reasons, but we've given people an opportunity at life that they never would have had otherwise. And even if it was for a day, a year, 10 years, they had an opportunity to read, write, get an education, like learn. It's something that they never would have had the opportunity to otherwise. And they people in culture that have only known suffering. But yeah, I mean, that was a long-winded, still not answering your question, but they closed the dispersion down to say, hey, the reasoning multiple years later after everything happened, they were like, oh, they closed the dispersion because if an ID went off down here, people got shot at down here in the canal, we didn't want them to have to drag casualties farther, right? Well, it's
not our fucking problem.
It's a wall. Like, there's a wall here. I mean, we've got combat engineers, we've got X, Y, and Z. We can't put a ladder. We can't put a fucking bridge. We can't do something. We can't knock down a wall to make it so that's not the case. Like, that's just another, you spent fucking 3 years thinking about how to answer the question, and I could poke a hole through it in 10 minutes. Like, that's bullshit. But
we had, when we got hit out in sector, you're doing everything. You're pulling Gaudier. It's like when that striker blew up, it's like fucking, okay, we don't have a medevac striker. We're pulling Gaudier. He's going on the next striker. They're driving back to base, and they're just hauling ass with a couple other strikers. We're up top now, and then we're securing the vehicle. But guess what? We're not going to be like, whoa, hey, this one thing happened way out here. And now we have to move everything and change everything to make sure everyone's safe just in case, because as you said, it's like now tens of thousands of people are right at the wall, and you have... This is the most terrifying thing, especially when, hey, we have a bomber, we have a V-bid.
Advanced knowledge of it.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and that's it, exactly. Like, they're like, oh, well, the DOD, right? They're like, there's nothing that we could have done.
Bad out, dude.
Like, does it say the line, oh, he was on our radar?
Yeah. Like, or then you got John Kirby at the time, fucking State Department, like, and I quote, he was like, in regards to Afghanistan withdrawal and the pullout, he was like, I didn't see any chaos from my perch. And those are words that came out of his mouth. And
fuck that.
You didn't see any chaos from your perch? Like, all right.
Dude, we had... I was going to say, it's like...
No, I was just like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah,
it's
just people just, I mean, delusional, quite literally, but...
Look at Clint Romeshay. Look at... You had... And big shout out to Secretary of the Army... General George.
Yeah.
Like, Randy has been amazing, but that is proper leadership. That dude, he was the one that called out. He's like, why the fuck are we in this bowl? And it was everyone around who was like, well, we need that. It's like, no, we're in a bowl. This is not a great place. And then, oh, holy shit, look what happened because of that. And you had one dude.
Cop Keating? Or,
And General George was against that place. He was like the first one to like raise attention, and they tried to push back because of it.
That Cop Keating is a case study. At least it was when I went through the advanced infantry course. Like, it's a case study on like, don't do this. Like, literally, just like, do not fucking do this.
Sun Tzu had preached about this 2,000 years ago, and you have that. And then when a good general, and thank God he is in the position he is in now, he was trying to bring light. This is fucking stupid. And then everyone else, the bad leadership that failed forward, no, we need that.
Oh, yes, Sun Tzu. Always put your base in an ambushable hole.
From 360 position. Great fighting area.
I, too,
Make sure sun blind you every which way.
I, too, have read The Art of War.
Dude.
The brown man come. Like, no!
I went on a black bear hunt. I'll lighten the mood for a second. Let me get back to not light, but I went... Freedom Hunters, incredible organization. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of it, but Army veteran, he came back, had a lot of friends lose their lives at war, and he was like, I want to take vets hunting and shooting and stuff. And I went on a black bear hunt in British Columbia last year with one of the guys from my sniper team with them, and it was like 6 other American vets and 2 Canadian snipers, and they're vets as well, but I'm just like sitting there, and there's this like older dude. He's got a little weight on him. Nice, complete goofball. And then all of a sudden it just comes up. He was like, yeah, I was dropping off blah, blah, blah over Cop Keating out of fucking 160th SOAR. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, all right. And then we're fucking putting down black bears together. But yeah, it was cool. It was just like, I'd never met anyone from that. Like,
Yeah.
he was like, yeah, we were just dropping shit off the side of Little Birds and shooting with MP5s out of the fucking Little Bird. I was like, what the fuck? Like, yeah. It's like, damn, dude, all right. Like, didn't know he had it like that, but
God
shit.
damn,
Yeah.
bro. I was judging you for a
Yeah,
second.
for real.
I was unfamiliar with your game.
Yeah, you're gonna have some Army vets with you guys. Like, all right, cool, we'll stay over here. But like, fuck.
Oh, man. It's wild.
No, it was cool. But yeah, no, we kind of wrap it up on that. We the 26th pops up, and you know we've got that situation. We've got intel on who's going to be there, who's at the gate. Like everyone, we disseminated all the information down to the ground level. Like, hey, like there's a super bomb in the area. This is going on. We had multiple times throughout the day where we'd be like stopped and like fucking dudes took a knee, got behind cover, and like, hey, the ID is gonna go off. And then they're like, all right, yep, no, don't worry about it. Like, go back to business. And so then we'd go and we'd start pulling out refugees and shit. And at this point now, like globally, it's been broadcasted, hey, Abbey Gate forward. Abbey Gate's the only gate that's open. Like, they're allowing media at the gate. They're allowing a lot of people who shouldn't be there at the fucking gate, like posting shit on social media and stuff. And like, it was crazy. Like our tertiary comms, like communication fucking plan was like, we were literally using Signal on our phones. Like, we were talking to people on Instagram, Snapchat, whatever it is, through Signal to like pull out refugees. Like, hey, and I'm with so-and-so, and I worked with this interpreter and his family back in 2010. Like, they're going to be here on this day. Like, can you pull them out? We're like, yeah, of course. And throughout those days, I mean, I can't say it enough, but like the praise that I give to the Marines, the airmen, the sailors, the soldiers that were out there, and the Brits even, like the Brits were awesome. It was just like, I mean, we set up razor wire, and then you'd have women that we'd have to literally, like, State Department would be like, hey, you guys need to fucking walk this family of 4 and these children back out towards the Taliban and like go send them on their way. Like, they don't have proper documentation. So here we are, and you've got fucking women just like clawing and kids screaming and crying in your fucking arms, like literally handing them, yeah, literally. And then like we had women, like babies getting thrown over the walls and impacting the ground and being killed on impact because people are so desperate for freedom that they're and getting away from tyranny. And that's what people will never understand. Like, it's easy to preach you're fucking oppressed from a free country, but you can't preach you're oppressed from an oppressed country. You'll be raped, murdered, tortured, whatever it may be. Like, most Americans will never truly understand the freedom that they have to bitch, moan, and complain about the things that they do. And I mean,
dude, brother in Christ, that is one of the biggest statements you can say, and I don't think enough people appreciate what we have here, because you've seen the ugly side of man, and I think, unfortunately, I do believe more people need to see that and experience it, because you will appreciate everything we have here.
Well, and that's the luxury of being American. I know by no means believe that you need to put on a uniform to serve your country. You can serve your country and community in a million different ways outside of military service, or outside of being a police officer, outside of being a firefighter. You can do it in countless ways, and it's necessary. Like, people, I think we all see it. We're at a turning point for sure, but it's, I mean, you have to work for the life that we have, and people want the life that we have. I mean, like, I got to see that in 2021. We all did, but we literally had women we were sending, like families, kids we were sending back out directly to the Taliban, because State Department's like, they're not vetted, they can't come through, whatever it is, they don't have proper documentation. And then women fucking jump on the razor wire and they're trying to slit their throats with razor wire, like, please, or they're like grabbing the muzzle of your rifle, like, please kill me, fucking soldier, please kill me, Marine. Like, you executing me here will be literally like saying this, like screaming, like, please kill me here so that I don't have to go get tortured by the Taliban. Like, please, it'll be a gift. Like,
this is a mercy.
Shit like that. And it was constant, constant every fucking time. And every
college girls on TikTok told me it's a great place to visit.
I know, yeah.
They were supporting it with emojis, and like,
It's
we're the bad guys.
Yeah, I on the 26th, it's around 5 to 6 p.m. and Staff Sergeant Darren Taylor Hoover. I'm on the gun. I'm on the SAS. Observing down towards the Taliban checkpoint, and got one of my other buddies up there observing the rest of the crowd. And there's like the ladder well. So we're on the second story, and there's a ladder well right down here to my right. And he's like, "Hey, Snipes, like, you up there?" And I'm like, "Yeah, man, what's up?" And he's like, "Hey, there's an interpreter down here." Half our team was on a resupply back farther in the base, and we were on shooter spotter pair up there, and we were waiting for a specific interpreter and his family to come through. And my assistant team leader, Dalton, was like, we had a conversation, and I was like, "Hey, like, I'll fucking keep a lookout for these guys and go get them if they come through." And Hoover's like, "Hey, there's a guy down here with a sign, and it says like a bunch of random shit." But like, we told him like, "Hey, if like anyone that comes through, like, hold up a sign, write XYZ code or letters or whatever on it to come through." And so we'll pull you with like high powered optics. We can spot them in the crowd and whatnot.
Smart.
And so,
Justin Governal's there.
Yeah.
But I want my circumcision skipped back.
Yeah. Where's
Justin,
my
not
foreskin?
now. How'd you get here, Justin?
dude, that shit kills me.
Dude, that was like,
Oh my
he's
god.
he's in fucking Afghanistan. Come to my comedy show at the Laugh Out Loud.
What are you doing?
Oh shit. Yeah, we. Oh my gosh.
I'm
Yeah.
glad you're like, this is weird to me.
No, it's
You're
so
like,
funny.
okay, this is
Yeah.
a different way to do this.
Yeah, it's so funny. It's nice. Like I was saying, I went on Zach's, podcast, and now it's nice to actually be around some funny people. So I'm
I
joking.
fucking knew it. Colazzo texted me. He's like, "Hey, make sure Tyler bullies Zach."
No, I was waiting for it. I got more I'm saving, but I love him. But yeah, so I go down there. He's like, "Hey, we got so and so with the sign down here." I'm like, "Hey, yeah, like I got it." And my buddy, we had one of our other guys in our team come up, take over on the gun and obs, and I go down with Hoover. I grab my rifle. We walk out and we're talking, and he's like one of the only dudes in the battalion that like had been there and done that, once or twice before in Afghanistan. And I'm talking to him, and he's like, "Man, this is fucking crazy." And he's a staff sergeant, and I'm like, "Yeah, like this is crazy." And he's like, "This is unlike anything I've ever done before overseas." And I'm like, "This is the only thing I've done." And yeah, this is fucking wild. And so we walk out, 50 to 70 yards out past this chain link fence, walk into the canal, and it's like 10 to 12 feet of dirt, little knee-high canal wall, and then the canal itself, and then another little 2-foot-high canal wall, 10 to 12 feet of dirt, and all the neighborhoods right here. And so at that point, it had built up so much that it's literally tens of thousands to hundreds of thousands of people. Like that canal, we say canal, but it's just, we call it the shit canal. It's just sewage. It's just filled with sewage. And it was completely like nut to butt filled with people trying to climb out of it to get over to us. And then it's filled up all the way to this side of the fence and wall and all the way to this side. And so I pull out this interpreter, I pull out his brother, and he's like, we do a little hasty search on him, and I see the sign that's got like Dalton's name on it, like 2/1, and we're STAY, so STA, Scout Sniper Platoons, teams. It's Surveillance Target Acquisition, and he wrote like 2/1 recon on it or something, so like not what we were, but it's kind of funny. I was like, "Oh yeah, this is cool." Folded it up, put it in my pocket. I'm like, "I'm gonna give this to Dalton later," and I'm like, "Hey, I'm gonna take you guys over to the like main search area." And he's like, wait, like my family. And I was like, "Yeah, like your brother's right here." And he's like, no. And he pulls out American passports, and I'm like 4 or 5 more of them. Like, holy fuck, like he's got like a wife and kids. And he's like, "My wife and kids are like down in the canal." And I'm like, "Dude, like you were told to like be here at this time with your whole family." Cause like at that point, the gate was already supposed to be closed. We knew the threat was in the area. And in my head, I'm like, there's no way his family's fucking getting through. Like he's like, "Yeah, they're down in the fucking canal that way." And I'm like, "All right, I'll stay down here in the canal with you for 20 or 30 minutes, but then I need to get back to what I was doing. I'll make sure another Marine is aware of what's going on so he can help you out and keep an eye out for your family." So I grabbed him or his brother, I don't remember which, and I put him up onto the canal wall, and I'm standing against the canal wall. Like 10 minutes goes by, and just flash, bang, and I get fucking bitch slapped by the hand of God. Just like massive wave of pressure hits me, And, you know, like I explained the amount of people there, it was fucking just instantly fucking 200 people killed instantly. The dude stepped out 2 to 3 meters away, directly in front of us, stepped out of a crowd of hundreds of thousands of people and detonated what they say is equivalent to 20 to 30 pounds of C4, steel back plate, C4, 20 to 30 pounds of C4, and then like hundreds of steel ball bearings. So he made himself a human directional charge, human claymore essentially, and from 2 to 3 meters away detonated and directed it right at all of us in our tower. And so like we've got the 2 windows open in the tower, our dudes in the tower get blasted off the gun. Like there's like brain matter covering the SAS, like the suppressor of our SAS and shit. Like they couldn't even clean it off. Like it literally just like fused to the gun. And I didn't find this out until like maybe like a year or two ago. Like, yeah, probably like 2 years ago. But a buddy of mine who was wounded, he shared with me that actually like before I like opened my eyes and started fucking doing the thing, one of the Marines, when the blast went off, like multiple Marines got hit with CS gas canister grenades, got exploded on all of us, on top of everyone.
Dude,
Yeah.
spicy air everywhere.
Yeah, exactly. Spicy air and AIDS.
I did not know that.
Yeah, and so a lot of people thought it was a fucking dirty bomb, right? Like initially, they're like, and like right when the blast went off, the other half of our team had just pulled up and they were behind the tower. So like everyone behind the tower got hit with the overpressure and the blast and shit, just not like shrapnel. And so they get rocked. And
Overpressure is the bad shit.
dude, it is the bad shit because it fries your brain, fries your organ. TBI Fridays through Monday, like
Good shirt. Push.
it's yeah. It was right there, but
Shameless plug.
A little shame, but not much.
yeah, I'm proud of that one.
Everyone's crying as they're buying stuff. They're like, what?
Yeah, no. So blast goes off, and like the other half of our team, they run to the tower. They know like Dalton's job's fucking consolidate like personnel. Like he's in charge of personnel. Chaz is in charge of dealing with, you know, everything else. And they go to the tower and they're like, okay, we got U5. Where the fuck's Jorge and where's Tyler? And Jorge, our team corpsman, he was walking out to meet me. So he walks out and he's on the other side of the chain link fence, just on the other side of it. Blast goes off. He gets hit by all the overpressure, no shrapnel. So he gets knocked on his ass. He gets up, Marines are on fire and shit, like literally, like quite literally on fire. And he's just like medic mode, right? Like corpsman mode, fucking just patting dudes out, throwing tourniquets on, triaging casualties left and right. And they find Jorge and then Adam, one of my buddies in the tower. Like I remember like as I'm like leaning up and I knew right away, it's literally like Saving Private Ryan. Like I knew right away, I was like right eardrum got ripped to pieces, fucking just like super high pitched ringing, like and like left ear's muffled, and I can just hear people screaming everywhere. And I'm like, as I'm trying to open my eyes, I'm struggling to open them through the CS and like taking a blast to my eyeballs. I'm like, I wasn't wearing any eye pro either. No eye pro, no ear pro, as most of us weren't. But
Sorry, maybe pissed.
yeah, no, dude, yeah, they're fucking damn. We'll get NJP'd again.
What a motherfucker that would be.
Hey, we're bringing you back in to court martial you. Yeah, no, and so I'm like, holy fuck! I knew right away. I was like, I just got blown up. But right before I was like, open my eyes, someone came over and my whole plate carrier was on fire. So they like patted out the fire and literally, like, I guess I was unconscious at the time. But he's like, yeah, he's dead, and fucking ran away like to someone else to go triage another casualty. And so I'm like trying to open my eyes. I'm trying to come to, and I'm like literally trying to sit up and like outstretching my hand, just like holy. And it was such a weird feeling, like that whole, the adrenaline hits you and you like everything just fucking slows down. Like I feel like I was on the ground for an hour, 2 hours, and it was like minutes. Like literally, everything fucking slows down. And your brain's just super, just like firing, every nerve ending's firing on all cylinders. And I'm like, holy. I was in disbelief at first. I didn't feel any pain initially. Like right when it happened, I was just like, holy fuck, like I just got blown up. And I'm like trying to sit up and I'm like, I can't stand up. I can't sit up. I'm like putting my hand out and I can see in the tower, like Adam, he's directing our team leader to me. And I'm like, holy fuck. And like my whole stomach got ripped open. I lost my left kidney. Left testicle exploded. I lost 140 to 157 centimeters of large and small intestine, 2/3 of my transverse colon. I took 150 ball bearings into my body. Nothing hit my face. So
Pause. 150 ball bearings.
Yeah.
What size were like the ball bearings? That you took?
Sorry, I'm trying to give you a good reference point. Like maybe you got that little cap right there. So like I would say like the tip, like that circle, that size and just a little bit bigger.
Gotcha.
Like just like slightly bigger than like a BB gun.
I don't know why I was trying
thing.
to.
I always compare
pretty
them
much.
to the,
Yeah, they're like. I mean, I can't make a perfect circle, but like that big probably. Like about that.
like
big.
they're like skate.
Yeah, like
skate
bearings almost,
Yeah.
like a little bit bigger than like skate bearings.
Yeah, they're a little bit bigger than this.
But yeah, I took 150. So everything I took 3 or 4 like into my Kevlar, like into my helmet. Nothing hit my face, so I'm still pretty. Or lie to me, please. But and then everything else hit me from my shoulders down to my thighs, pretty much.
How much did your body armor fucking absorb?
A ton. So my rifle, my M4A1, was fucking like took through the steel and aluminum, like just straight through it, multiple into the, like through the RCO, ripped it apart, and then the soft arm and the plate carriers like stopped everything that hit my chest, like completely stopped everything that hit my chest. Same with the helmet.
That's what they're for. People
Yeah.
don't realize it's like
Yeah.
it's here to protect right here because you need right here to live.
100%. Yep. Like both my lungs were fine, but my liver, spleen, bladder,
Liver also
gallbladder, everything was lacerated and punctured. I took ball bearings through my wrist, through my into my shoulder. You can see that whole scar. So that scar goes from the palm of my hand all the way up my forearm, through my bicep and into my chest. And so that was later. Like I had compartment syndrome, so they had to manually release all the pressure.
Dude.
My arm blew up like bigger than the size of my leg, and all the muscles and tendons were ripping off. But my right arm was blasted. My whole stomach got literally ripped open, bigger than a softball-sized hole, like straight to my organs. And I'm trying to sit up, and I'm completely bleeding out, like from everywhere. And I'm like, holy fuck! Like I can't, like really just like in disbelief, can't believe this happened. And I'm like trying to get up, trying to crawl, can't move. And I'm going unconscious, like losing consciousness. And we start getting shot at from the neighborhood and farther down the canal. And like one of my buddies fucking got shot. He like got blown up, stood up, and then got shot through the shoulder and shot a gunman off the roof. And and so it was ISIS K that blew us up, but multiple Marines responded accordingly to the gunfire. And then, I mean, everyone was just dragging casualties, triaging, and I'm bleeding out. I'm going unconscious. And I remember like literally laying out there on the ground, and it was like almost peaceful. It was weird. I wasn't like scared. I was honestly in disbelief. I had that whole, like, your life flashes before your eyes. Like I had that, like, man, I've lived a good life, like laying there on the ground. Like I couldn't move. And I was just like, you know what? I've done my best. And like, I thought that laying on the ground, and still like wasn't in any pain at first, couldn't move anymore. I knew I was fucked up because I was trying to crawl, and I was like kind of falling into my arm. And I was like, man, why is my arm not working? And I like look, I'm like, oh, well, that's why it's not working. And it was just like very matter of fact. Like it was there, but it was up really bad. And I was like, oh, well, that's why it's not working. And so then I tried to fucking crawl on my left side on my elbow, and I've got ball bearings through my wrist, my hand and shit. And then I just couldn't move anymore because I had so much trauma to my body. And I'm going unconscious. Like I'm literally feeling my life like dying, and I'm losing consciousness. And I know, I'm like, damn, like I'm gonna die here in the dirt in Afghanistan. I was like, but you know, I've lived a good life. And I start going unconscious, and I'm just like, damn, like literally just thinking, like in disbelief. And I just hear Chaz, my team leader, he's fucking screaming my name. He's like, Tyler. And he, like, as he was in the tower consolidating everyone and trying to figure out where everyone was at, he was like, give me Tyler's bolt cutters, the ones that we took like early on out of that shipping container. And he grabbed my fucking bolt cutters, and he just sprinted out there for me, cut a hole in the fence that cut off the casualty carrying distance by like 100 yards, which is significant when fucking seconds matter. And he's screaming, like running down the chain link fence, and I can hear him yelling my name. And like, it was just like all the life breathed back in my body. And I was just like, holy fuck, like I'm not going to die here. Like Chaz is going to get to me, like holy fuck. But in that moment, like all the pain, it was like my body fucking recognized what actually happened, and all the pain hit me, and I was like, holy please kill me. Like I was in so much pain, like more pain than I could ever possibly like even comprehend still and like explain. But I was in so much pain all over, stomach's ripped open, everything's fucking ripped open, and I was just like, holy like not let me die. I was like literally thinking, I remember I was like, please just me, like holy fuck. And I'm, you know, yelling, screaming, slobbering on myself. Chaz gets to me. They're putting that whole like nugget drill, like you're a boot and they put tourniquets on all your limbs and make your buddy fucking carry you around. Like that was me. They put tourniquets on my limbs. They're like, how the fuck are we gonna move this guy? Like his stomach's ripped open, his guts are hanging out. And so my buddy Silas ran and grabbed a riot shield that when the blast went off, like one of the Brits left, and he grabbed a riot shield and they literally threw me on a riot shield, and like 6 of them carried me out on the riot shield right back behind the tower. They got there. I don't remember being carried from the X to behind the tower, but I remember like in and out. I'm like going to the last stages of shock right behind the tower, and Jorge gets to me because he's like, after he's triaging everyone, he's like, oh, like I was going out there to meet Tyler, like in the canal. He gets to me, and I remember seeing him, and I don't remember if I said it or if I was like, just thought it, but I was like, Jorge's a corpsman, like Jorge's a doc, like he has drugs. And I'm like, Jorge, give me fucking drugs, like give me drugs. I remember trying to like reach for him, and he's like, lay the fuck down, Tyler. Like he's like, lay the fuck down. I'm like sitting up. They're cutting open my pants. Chaz and my buddy Emmett, they're cutting open my pants, and I'm like trying to sit up, and I'm like, I need to see my dick. I need to see my dick. And they're like, you're fine. I'm like, okay. and then like I was out. I guess I was out, and Chaz like cuts open my pants, and he like he's like, nice dick, Tyler. He's like, nice dick. Yeah. And so you know, that happens, and Jorge is fucking slapping me awake, like the whole, you know, keep him awake, because that's what was happening. Like I was dying, and then Chaz screamed my name, fucking like I was like, oh like I need to live. And so Jorge slapped my face, and he's getting ready to push fucking drugs, and they're like, no, like he's dead. I'm like in the last stages of shock, like going in and out of consciousness, and they're putting chest tubes in me on the ground, and the MO, the medical officer's like, we have to move him, like don't fucking push medicine, like we have to move him, like he's going to die, like he is dying. And so they move me, they stop at the shock trauma platoon, they stabilize me for just enough few minutes to get me over to the roll 2 to the hospital, and then my surgeon operated on me for 13 to 14 hours straight from there on. And over 48 hours, like he was the one, he like fucking wringing ball bearings out of my intestines and shit. And over 48 hours, I had 58 liters of blood transfused. I didn't die there. I was
soda.
Yeah, they got up to me. That's good.
Thank you, Eli. Americans will use anything but the metric system.
Dude, when could they actually put in painkillers? Because a lot of people, Braxton got the SVS with Braxton.
Yep.
He had to wait 45 minutes, and he got.
It was a while. Yeah, I was
and
like,
you were the same.
I was out. Yeah, like my buddy from the gate to the hospital, like, and when I got to the hospital, they put me on the ground. You know what I mean? There's just like bodies, like lines of fucking bodies. And to state this plainly, like that killed 200 people, 13 Americans, most importantly, 11 Marines, 1 soldier, and 1 sailor, who will never be forgotten. But there was about 45 wounded total, and like I think 7 or 8 of us that were like critically wounded. Yeah, so I got to the roll 2, got laid on the ground, and Deegan Page, who was killed in action, Corporal Deegan Page, my foot was laying on top of his shoulders. You know, we're all like literally just 100 fucking bodies on the ground as they're trying to pull him into the OR and work on him and shit. And he was checked on. He was dead. He had passed, and my foot was laying on his shoulder. And so, you know, my surgeon went to me and he started operating on me, and he started looking at me, and he was like, holy like he is still alive, like, and he's still breathing on his own. Like, how the fuck is he alive? And what I was told is that I think it's the Army's international, it's like the international survivability scale, and out of the like 150 plus wounds, injuries that I had 60 that were deemed non-survivable according to the Army's measurement of like, do we push medicine? Do we give blood? Do we do any interventions to try and save his life? Like 60 of them were like, no, do not do it. And my surgeon was like, I have to do this. Like, I don't know why, something's telling me. And according to him, according to every single medical provider in my line of care, nurses to doctors to 45 surgeries later, they were like, the only, outside of my friends and him and everyone operating on me, the only reason that I survived the point of injury, the point of blast, was because of how physically fit I was at the point of injury. I was 210 pounds lean and had been training for what I thought was going to be a career in special operations. And, it ended up being to prepare me for the worst day of my life, and that whole, you can never train too hard for a job that can kill you. Like, I always said that shit. I instilled it in my junior Marines. I instilled it in my dudes in the platoon. And, I'm proud to say that I lived that, honestly. And, it's crazy to think about, but yeah, like there's no way. Like, even when I got to Walter Reed, I'd have like 30 to 50 doctors and nurses and medical providers a day in my room at an ICU and shit, because they had not seen an injury this severe, like injuries this severe, for like 10 plus years. They were like, what the fuck? Like, how is this guy alive? And then, like,
pretty cool tagline for you though. Too fit to die.
Yeah, dude, it's nuts.
That's his Tinder profile.
They fly me from Kabul to Germany, and in Germany I died 2 or 3 times. They flew my mom out. The DOD called my mom, and they're like, hey, there's been a complex attack, blah, blah, blah. My little brother was actually like getting ready for school the morning of, and was like, hey, Mom, isn't that where Ty's at? And they saw the blast, but they hadn't heard anything. So then by the end of the day, they had called her and let her know, but they had just kept saying like, oh, he's critically ill, whatever, critically wounded. And a lot of, people have died, people have been wounded. Complex attack, they were shot at, they were blown up, whatever. And then the DOD tried to retract that statement years later, but they told her like, hey, don't fly to Germany. You're going to pass his body in the air. Yeah.
They tried to retract that statement.
Yeah, they told everyone who was wounded and killed in action, all their families, the truth, that there had been a complex attack, that we'd been shot at and blown up. And then they, they retracted that statement. They're like, no, this didn't happen. And even though the doctor's notes on multiple friends, multiple Marines who had been shot with 7.62, like, they're in their paperwork, in their fucking EAS, like everything, all the stuff they got when they EAS, all their medical paperwork, like it says like ball bearings here, gunshot wounds here.
When you said your buddy shot a dude that was shooting at you guys.
Yeah. Yeah, the Wounded Warrior Battalion on the Walter Reed was a weird time for me, because like I was the only person there, one that was like not just my age, like there were people my age and younger and most older, but like I was the only one at Walter Reed there at that time. Like everyone had left Walter Reed within 2 to 3 weeks, and I was still in the ICU for like 2.5 months, and then I was an inpatient for like another 2 months or whatever it was. But when I got out and was doing PT and OT, like I was the only one there that was my age that had been like combat wounded. Neither here nor there, but it was a different time. Like other dudes had been through, and there'd be like 10, 20, 30, 40 people at a time that were wounded in the war. And my buddies that were wounded, that were still in and went over to the Wounded Warrior Regiment on the West Coast, they were getting out, and they were being told like, don't fucking talk about this, like don't say this happened this way, or you're gonna lose your benefits. Like,
oh, fuck off.
They're threatening with benefits?
They threaten them with their benefits.
Yourself, dudes.
Yeah, like it was bad. Like it's still bad. Like, I mean, it's not been answered for. No one's been held fucking accountable, and that's the thing. Like it's one of those. The whole situation. It's decades and decades of poor action and inaction that led to this point. But even then, like in a moment where like we had intel on what we knew was going to happen, and then it did happen, and then people are like, oh no, like no, we didn't know that, but. Every single person serving there in that time knew that, whether it was fucking 3-letter agencies down to the dude on the ground. You're going to tell me that's not what happened? I mean,
it's privates knowing what fucking is going on and what information has been disseminated across them. And it's like, we didn't do that. Yeah. I mean, you look at, dang it, who's the football player?
Oh, Pat Tillman.
Mm-hmm. Tillman, like all that, and it took the family pushing, and still it took forever
to admit what actually happened.
Yeah, And that's what's wild about it. It's like, why cover shit up?
Yeah.
Like, these people are sacrificed. Like, the women and men are they've sacrificed their lives for this. And the least you can do is
That's
just
100%
be honest.
it. And that's
Because the truth is politically inconvenient.
Yep, it absolutely is, and that's the thing is it's like, I said this earlier when we started, like it's a war fighting organization, right? Like we know people are gonna die, we know people are gonna get hurt, we know people are gonna fucking be severely hurt physically and mentally, but if we don't learn from the things that happen, then how are we gonna get better? How are we gonna get stronger? How are we gonna get more lethal? Like we know people are gonna die. Yeah, that's the fucking reality of war. Like you should learn from the mistakes. And like we're sitting there, I'm in our tower, like, you know, the administration goes on and is like, we'll never see Chinooks take politicians off an embassy again, like in Saigon. And then same fucking day or the next day we watch Chinooks land on the fucking embassy in Afghanistan and pull politicians out. And it's
Wasn't
like,
it the same Chinook?
I don't know if it was, but it looked the exact same.
I couldn't tell if that was real or not. Somebody
know.
said it was literally the same fucking.
I mean, I'd believe it. It's unfortunate, man. It's
man, like it's the one thing I hate, like politics, getting political, anything, but that is one thing where now it's like
those
the
families,
government, the military, you get to see the shitty side of that, and they don't give a fuck about you, and the VA, and you're like, yo, y'all can go fuck yourselves if you think I'm going to care about you in any aspect until you stand up and actually fight for shit we have done or put our lives on the line for, and then that to happen.
Yeah.
And then when you get back, and then there's hey, for the VA, we'll give you, let me see, you can work, right? You get 50% disability. Congrats, man.
Yeah.
Like, get the out of here.
I don't know if I can name a single group of, regardless of political affiliation, but a single group of people that trusts the government less than combat vets.
yeah, 100%.
Literally not.
Like,
It's unfortunate, man. Like the whole, I love my country, but I fucking hate my government, man.
That's yep.
I'm not left or right. I'm American. You know, that's it.
It's like you support, and it sucks because those are your brothers and sisters that you deployed with and with, and it's hard finding that anywhere else. Like it is, I think that's what a lot of vets struggle with, is finding that outside their military career, and that's what's scary because you can't find that again. And when you do, you're like, okay, yeah, but unfortunately, a lot don't. And it just fucking sucks. But I will praise you for having the balls to tell that story, to honor the individuals that are part of that story, and then to like trying to hold people accountable. Unsub's really good at that. We're really fucking good at that.
We try to be. It's kind of a hobby.
It's kind of a hobby.
Yeah.
No, I appreciate that very much. I mean, quite literally, I've never myself battled with Survivor's Guild or anything like that. It's and maybe that's because of how up I got physically, or because because friends and Marines died right next to me. I mean, I don't know what it is, but I just would hope that one of my buddies would stand up and tell the truth if I wasn't here anymore. I mean, it's the least I can do. It's like even the fucking testifying in front of Congress in 2023, like especially the families, that's what ate me up. Like so many people are like, oh, this is incredible. This is amazing that you went and did this. And I'm like, no, what's sad is that accountability is so foreign in our military and our government and and the political culture of our fucking country, that me going before the House of Representatives and the House Foreign Affairs Committee and telling the truth about what happened seems like this amazing fucking thing. And it's not. Someone with way more rank and weight on their collar should have come forth and told the fucking truth and been like, yeah, we made a mistake. Like, people died, we made a mistake. They're already fucking gone. So why don't we try and do better? And I went and I had the opportunity, very, very fucking thankfully had the opportunity to go and tell the truth, and like, it blew up, but it was just like, no, it's not this great thing. It's just what should be done. Like, it's a responsibility to my friends who aren't here anymore, to the fucking the great Americans that we lost, and the tens of thousands of Americans that we've lost in wars past. I mean, it's, you know, if we're not going to fucking get better from our mistakes, and what the are we doing, you know?
It's the standard. It should be the fucking standard of what happens.
Yep.
I don't think you have, like, survivor guilt is, I don't think you have that because you are doing that. It is, here is my mission, here's my next job, and I'm going to do this the best I can.
Yeah.
And you are also in that level of shit with those individuals, and I think you have the same mindset. Maybe I could be off, but it's the same mindset as my buddies would be pissed if I was depressed or sad about this. I'm going to be sad. I'm going to mourn them. But then I'm going to move on. I'm going to have...
Absolutely.
I'm going to crush the individuals that made this situation even a possibility.
It's okay to hurt, but it's not okay to stay there. And, you know, I mean, I've got it on my shirt. I live by that, man. I'm a casualty of war, but I'll never be a victim of what's happened to me. And, you know, I knew the nature of my job. I knew the risks of my job. Like, yeah, it shouldn't have happened, but it did, you know, and that's the reality. It did. I can't change that. And so why the fuck am I, if I don't feel sorry for myself, I'm not going to feel sorry for you. You know, it's like, life's too fucking short, man. I just try to make a good impact, and, you know, that's it. Like, I find, I guess the best way I can say is, like, if, you know, we would have no frame of reference for how truly beautiful life could be if we did not truly understand the hardship and the pain that also follows in life. If things were great all the time, then it would just, you know, it'd be whatever. If things were bad all the time, that'd be whatever. But we have to go through the hard shit, and, you know, it's up to you. It's up to anyone, whether it's big or small. It's, you know, your pain, all of you, like, the worst thing that you go through is the worst thing that you go through. The worst thing that I go through is the worst thing that I go through. And all of our own pain, trauma, and struggle and strife is relative to what we've been through in life. So
Perspective.
it is, absolutely. It's 100% perspective.
Peaks and valleys.
Yep.
I love it.
Well, shit. Well, we appreciate you coming on and telling your story, brother.
I appreciate you guys very much. Thanks for having me. Seriously.
No, it was our pleasure.
It's an honor. Yeah. Hopefully I didn't sound like an idiot on here, but
that's what we do. That's our job.
Yeah.
That's the cross we bear.
Let us be fucking stupid, dude.
It's the albatross around our neck.
I was going to make one quick joke because on that camera it's framed with how this is holding it. It says, ever the victim.
Dude, I think...
You're like, no, never.
I think on April Fools, I'm probably going to do, like, always a victim, you know?
Dude, yes, please. We will help sell that for you.
Appreciate it.
Dude, thank you so much. No. Dude, I cannot... I will... loss of words. It's individuals like yourself, and through the trials and tribulations you have been through, that motivate the fuck out of me. It make me appreciate my life and make me want to do better. So just thank you, Tyler, for everything you have done so far.
No thanks ever needed. And it's daily. I mean, you guys do it yourselves. Like we talked about at lunch. It's, you know, you got that. I've got hundreds by now, if not thousands, of DMs just like, man, you're the reason I didn't myself today. And it's like, that's why I fucking live my life the way that I do. You know, it's to hopefully stop that one person, or just quite literally give them perspective. Like, you know what? Yeah, I'm feeling shitty. Bad things have been happening in my life, but there's a line. It's like, am I going to feel sorry for myself and give up, or am I just going to fucking learn from it and move forward? So you guys have made a significant impact and continue to do so, but I'm grateful to be a small part in that, and thank you for the opportunity to come hang out and talk.
No, we really do appreciate it, brother.
Yeah, appreciate you guys.
Of course, man.
Thank you very much.
Where do we find you? We're getting in here, brother.
Oh, yeah.
We just start making out. I'll be like, well, that was weird.
Better all stick
podcast
together.
till 2 hours and 10 minutes.
Marine, Navy, hey.
Where do we find you at?
Whistling Death on Instagram. I very professionally left. So I've started my journey earlier this year as a bladesmith.
We're going to talk about this
No,
next.
I very professionally left all of my handmade and production blades at home. I put my blade I made us all a cute matching set, and Nick as well. I left them at home. Yeah, I have mine because I put it. So I have my gun.
So now he's just bragging.
Yeah, bragging. But I put it in my gun case, traveling, like in my little Pelican case. But I made all of us matching blades. So I'm gonna end up shipping them out. But that's made by me, one hand, quite literally. hand and claw made.
Makes it even cooler.
And then
Literally handmade.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, just
Oh, we're gonna. And where do they find this?
tyrantdesign.com. Same with the merch and stuff. I hopped on. I got the opportunity to hop in with you guys and bunker branding and whatnot. So very grateful for that. But yeah, no, it's been great. I'll get you. I'll be once I moved and have my forge set up. Whenever you guys want to come out and learn how to forge some Damascus, let me know. Help you guys out. Shoot some guns and
Before we go to the after show, that's what after show is going to be talking about like blacksmithing.
Hell yeah.
Steel Cairo. I want to know.
Oh,
You're like,
yeah.
Oh yeah, we're gonna
Hell
nerd
yeah.
out because I'm like,
This is going to be one of those where I sit patiently and nod because
no,
I
it's metals,
know
steel.
nothing. Oh, well, that's true. Okay, I do have a little bit.
Cody's gonna be like, what the fuck are they talking about right now? Cody, you beautiful son of a bitch. God, you look good today. Can I
Bye,
just?
everyone. What?
I
The
just
hair does look great.
dude.
I'm
Your
not
hair
gonna
looks
lie.
on point today. I just want to compliment you really quick.
They're nice to me fucking sometimes. It's really cool. Bye, everyone. Thank you for coming to the Unscribed Podcast. I was joined today by Eli Doubletap, Tyler Vargas-Andrews, Brandon Herrera, and myself, Donald Operator. Join us on the after show on Patreon.
Or don't. I don't care.
Or fuck yourself.
Fuck you. I love